done with.
And 3, 2, 1, and we're live once again from a basement somewhere in Colorado. It's the D Squad. You shut up, you dance monkeys.
I don't want to dance no more.
Yeah, so it's just the DM is on top of like a hole, and we're all just in the bottom.
I'm called the Dungeon Master for a reason. I take my role very seriously. These are my prisoners of war, the D Squad. Say hello, prisoners.
Hi, how you doing? Hi, hey, how's it going?
If you ever wonder why sometimes it sounds like we're coming out of a well, it's because we are.
Hey, I worked really hard on that well. You appreciate that brick I laid.
It's fine, brick.
Appreciate it.
Not the only thing we appreciate you laying.
Is that a chicken joke? Where are you going with that?
Not quite a chicken. Well, chicken in one euphemistic term, sure.
Jeez. Anyway, we're
Sorry, Stockholm syndrome kicked in really quick.
Well, welcome in, and tonight y'all get rich. Like y'all get to Scrooge McDuck yourselves.
Get rich quick, kill a dragon.
Get rich quick, murder a fucking lizard. A lizard that put up quite a fight.
Yeah.
Y'all managed.
I don't know.
Y'all managed to ruin my plans a couple of times.
I was kind of there.
I did nothing. It was great.
I can't believe I didn't die.
Yeah.
I shot you alive.
That random gift, like in Hunger Games, that fucking potion came in pretty good.
We tried to fucking kill you. It's fine. We'll succeed later.
Huh?
What?
all right, moving on.
Well, as you could have guessed, we're a bunch of fucking grown adults drinking alcohol and fucking being stupid. So, welcome in. Yeah, we jump right on into it with our bookkeeping session. Y'all have managed to, in glorious fashion, you all rested for the evening, mounted your dragons in the morning, and proceeded to fly them in like the crazed psychopaths of war you truly are. Sieging into Cythrix's lair. Killing his mutant dog. Getting absolutely dragged by a handful of bound elementals. And squaring up and causing a bit of massive chaos and some pretty bomb-ass moments, I'll be honest. Pretty insane one-on-one fights and takedowns. You all managed to pull ahead and stay alive, using resources, tricks, being there and not there for large portions of it. And avoided my pitfall traps. They were there. With this, you sieged your way inside, nullifying the entire second wave of my boss fight. Everyone online, make multi-stage boss fights. Your players will love them. My players fucking skips them.
Yep.
Goddamn.
We're speedrunning right
They're speedrunners. The sequence broke my goddamn boss encounter. Just looking at the map, I was like, maybe before that fight, I was like, maybe this is too much health for the boss. Me now. All right, we're just gonna add a 0 onto the end of all of these. In a matter of how many rounds did we go? Let's see. I got to conjure. So wait, 5 rounds? Yeah, because I was like, the rain lasts 3 turns. So yeah, in 35 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. D&D fights are so much fun to think about in their like realistic time outcome.
Yeah, because it's real slow, but like once you like look back, it's like, oh, it's like
this fight lasted 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
In D&D, that's
it feels like 2
ages.
hours.
Yeah. But with that, yeah, you've all entered the dragon's domain, found their wealth and hoard, as well as a handful of dragon eggs. And yeah, that's where we come into today. So, how would you guys like to proceed with your massive assortment of gold, coins, items, and deluxe upgrades.
Hand all of the magical things to.
I think the soup du jour today is fucking war crimes in the form of killing unborn dragon babies.
I still say we keep them and raise them. Like, we're raising it. The army of Ith. Why not raise dragons to fight under Ith?
Are they
I don't even.
undead?
No, I'm
Is
not
that
gonna.
what-
The last next thing I was gonna say was a little bit heresy, but I'm just gonna skip that.
Never see.
So, yeah, so
Careful,
what
they
you
can
guys
smell
see
it.
is, yeah, scattered throughout, like nestled into the gold, like as if they were like tucked in, like, right? They're like little, like piled in, like the gold and loot is piled over the eggs. So as you dig through the coins, you find more eggs. Each of these eggs is probably like, about 2 feet across, like lengthwise.
Yeah.
It's egg shaped, but it's about 2 feet across. Like, it's sizable little suckers. Probably both Vuno and Daetharian and Ardavar with their strength could one hand pick up one of these eggs, but you know, they're hefty, full of dragon and goo.
How many eggs total?
Collectively total, if you dig through the whole room, I believe you find 8 eggs. Let me go back in my notes. Yeah, collectively,
all, like-
you find 8 eggs.
Are they all of the same color, or?
Yeah, they're like various shade hues of like. They're not quite like an inky jet black. Most of them are kind of got like these dark kind of patchy bits of like kind of like an oil slick finish over the top. There's like blacks, purples, and greens. Kind of the whole thing kind of looks like an oil spill over the top for camouflage.
Okay.
How can we tell, like, either through like candling them, putting a light behind them, if they're fairly far along? I know it's going to be probably not easy to tell.
Well, we know that the broodmother died like a year ago, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess how long do dragons take to?
From your interaction with the red dragons prior and their information on the clutch, you know that these things are set to hatch within a few weeks. Like they were going to be hatching pretty close to the Day of Dragons.
Okay.
Well, it seems
So
it's
they're
not
like,
bad.
so like when you were communicating with the dragons of the brood, they let you know they're like, yeah, he's expecting them to be hatched. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be next week. They're very close to hatching.
So I think considering that, it is of the utmost importance that we are very careful with these. Try not to disturb them to any great extent. If they are to hatch, that will provide more problems than I'm willing to deal with currently. But we should begin to think how to deal with that if it were to occur. I do not think that leaving them here is an option.
We keep them and raise them.
Certainly, if we'll have concerns and wish to make sure that these hatchlings are safe,
Which they could be safe with us.
something much like the Quetzal, where I do not think young creatures and beings such as this are meant for where we are. What we will be doing.
That awkward moment when you get one pet and you got to get a second one because it needs a friend.
Oh, we've got 8.
You know, kind of just
It's
quiet.
it's a dragon. They live turmoil-filled lives. It'll be give it kind of trial by fire and raise it to be very strong. At least one of them.
I think it's best that we probably see if they're tainted.
Well, look.
I feel like what happened to Calvax is post these eggs laid.
But
Yeah,
could we
girl.
be sure about this? Would it not make more sense to make sure?
Do you sense any necromantic energies coming from them, Nathriel?
Yeah, don't put up a detect magic.
Yeah, you guys can detect magic or try
Yeah,
and
Laugh will just
identify.
cast.
Laugh through goddamn. Laugh through your detect magic. You do not detect any necromancy present on the eggs.
Yeah, they're eggs. They're not necromantic.
I just wanted to make sure.
Fair, very fair.
I mean, to be fair, they are corrupted in the sense that they come from a chromatic dragon, which is the opposite of
I thought we
your
had a little
army's
pass
leader.
for that, though.
Just saying.
You're
I don't know.
racist.
I don't know how old school this dogma goes here. That's all. I've seen you do both sides of the fence now.
Well,
Just like humans, it all depends on the raising.
we're working with red dragons. Wouldn't that fall under the same category? I think it's even if they might. I mean, I don't know how they work when they get older, but if they might have a propensity towards evil or good, raising them, they can, well, be their own dragon.
Would Datharian know how they would react? Like, are they able to be taught to be on the right side?
So
Just knowing the past history of dragons.
yeah, you would know that most of the color morality for dragons has kind of fallen out of favor for identification, mostly due to like the fall of like the gods of evil and their influence. Kind of Bahamut taking the main lead as the only god of dragons kind of sent that into a fall about an era ago, and then the whole war with Malkavia kind of dissented that further as there was a lot of co-mixing and mingling between the chromatic and the non. Yeah. So some ancient dragons might still harbor some of that like reluctancy, but most people are more worried about the fact that it's a massive lizard that knows magic and can breathe various flavors of death and destruction upon them without a second thought.
Yeah, we raised them as our own to fight with us. More than enough for one of us each to have our own dragon mount when they get big enough. But in like a mutual friendship sort of way, not like an animal, because it's dragon.
Lath, you would know from experience that if you keep and raise the dragons, they will, by the time they're big enough for you to ride, will outrank all of you in the military.
Alright, maybe we should change our minds.
That's fine. I don't give a shit about rank anyway.
Bruno kind of twitches and ignores that.
When have I ever exhibited any respect of rank? Despite just being decent to people.
He like turns to you and like raises an eyebrow.
Should not be news.
In any case, it is a problem to deal with later, but certainly the nature of their coming to us, we'll have to think of. But hopefully, it's not something that we'll have to deal with. It'll hatch by the time that we have sorted out what we need to here.
If we want to leave it up to fate, put them all in the portable hole, and then if we remember to open it in time,
Me
That's true.
googling
I think-
eggs.
It's a DC
Well, no, 'cause
10
they'll hatch.
strength. It's a DC 10 strength check to break out. So if they can't break out of the portable hole,
then they were just weak. They weren't destined to live. Natural selection would have come for them.
you can cast alarm in the hole. How about that? So we know.
I was like, okay, I have the answer on whether or not eggs need oxygen.
But like once they hatch, even if the eggs don't need it, once they hatch, they definitely need it then.
Yeah, probably. Well, suffice to say that it is unless we're holding them in our hands as we traverse back the entire way. I mean, would they not survive in a portable hole?
One way to find out.
I do not want to risk it on.
Don't look at me, man. Like,
All right,
you-
I look
you-
to one of our red dragon companions, who's an actual dragon. And I say, "Will they die?" Like
One of the
that's-
dragons like pokes his head in through the hole.
Yeah.
Yes, eggs need oxygen.
All right. Everybody swaddle. Everybody, baby, be on. Come on.
I don't think
Poor
we're
children.
strong enough.
Now that's
They're 2 feet wide.
that's a picture I want. Is everybody swaddled with
It's
a
doable,
dragon?
but you're gonna be uncomfortable.
It is.
So I think
How
what
much do
happens.
they weigh?
Well, if they're 2 feet wide, they can't weigh that much. They're eggs. They're mostly just fluid.
But
And
there's a fetus, a full-size baby dragon fetus in there.
Baby
well, it's not
dragon.
like a full size. It's like not even a
It's-
wormling.
it's
a little-
definitely
like
but
a
it's
iguana.
a fucking dragon wormling. It's
Yeah, it's like
It's-
Daenerys. Daenerys had little. They're not that big.
Oh, yeah, I have that 2-foot egg that's bigger than what Daenerys had.
Yes, that is bigger.
It is bigger than what she had. Well, you know, these were birthed by a great worm, so these are going to be pretty big to start with.
All right, God, how heavy are they?
Oh God, you're making me do science math again. This is the 65
This is
gallon
your
keg,
fault.
Oliver. I know.
Just say 20 pounds.
I was gonna say it's like a 5 gallon. It's like a little bit bigger than a 5 gallon bucket of like heavy viscous fluid. So probably close to like 50 to 80 pounds each.
That's insane and wrong.
Like it's filled with a
So
with a
an
whole
ostrich
creature.
egg is 3 pounds. And that's
Uh-huh.
as big as your hand. And that's
Yes.
about a foot wide or 6 inches long.
Yeah,
So extrapolating it, I can't imagine
3
50
times
pounds?
5. Yeah, it's like a 5 gallon bucket of paint. That shit comes up to almost 50 pounds.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody.
That's my
carry- is
that's my
good.
base estimate is
Right.
the size of these eggs. Yeah, you could fit like a 5 gallon bucket inside of that, and I'm assuming
So
mass.
there's 1, 2, 3. So Riss, Lath, you're gonna get an egg. So that's 2.
Wait, how much?
Um,
Inside 50 pounds?
Yes.
And then each of us, Artavar, Day, and Vuna, we're gonna carry 2. Okay.
I cannot carry one
Yeah.
with all my gear.
You can't carry 1 egg.
That is
I-
weak.
I
Alright,
also
left.
can't with all of my gear on.
The
I
first-
have a 0
first-
strength mod.
The
Fuck
first
off.
thing we do when we get back to Fort Grim is fucking. You're gonna lift.
This is now
Um,
instead of Fort Grim, it's gonna be Fort
right.
Gaines now.
All right, Wizard. Do you have floating disc?
No.
Do you have any utility spells, Riss? Any at all? Huh? Before
No.
you came here, did you were you a master murderer? Wait! I can make a cart. I can make a cart. I voted like reads it out. Just the last straw being broke the lack of utility of his wizard.
Did he tell you his
Glorified sorcerer.
specialization?
Put them
Alright.
together.
A cart? No. A cart makes sense. This is best idea. This
It's
is
like-
best
Because
idea.
you
I
can put
don't
them all together.
We can put carts. We can make hay. We can keep that warm. Yes.
Aren't
let's
we
do
like
this.
on a mountain? How are we gonna get the car?
We're in a swamp. We're in a swamp. We're gonna have to
Okay, so
have.
Let's think
the-
this out.
We're gonna have to have the dragons pick up the cart.
I can cast levitate on the car as long as it's no longer
Okay.
more than
There we
500
go.
pounds.
There we go.
Only
Well,
10
how
minutes.
much do the eggs weigh?
Well,
About
they're
50
each
pounds.
50 pounds. So altogether, it's
I make a
it's
cart.
Oh, that's
200
already
pounds.
400 pounds. 8 eggs, 400
Yeah.
pounds.
3,400
If I
pounds.
had more hands, I could carry 4 of them bad boys.
So I can make 2 carts, I guess, and then each of
No.
them will be.
You could just make a cart. Just make a cart that's not more than 100 pounds.
I don't think that's how wood works.
So I make a cart, and then it also has like a handle that wraps up above it, kind of like just a normal basket, but it has
Mhm.
wheels and also something to push it as well.
Perfect. And we
I
can.
guess on both ends, so that way it can be pushed or pulled from each end.
Well, we can either have somebody grab it and pull, or I can summon a horse and have that pull it.
Or even the dragons carry it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
We do that, Cod. We fabricate a cart.
And we start delicately putting the eggs in them.
All
Excellent.
of our problems solved by fabricating.
It is a very good spell.
Okay, what are you, where are you getting the raw material? Are you going outside and cutting down some trees? What are we doing?
Make sure you put a marking on the top of the egg so that when you don't tip it over, because if you tip it over, it's gonna tip it in. All the liquids are gonna drown the embryo.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Don't tip
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, what material are you making it out of? Are you guys breaking rocks off the wall? Are you going outside and cutting down
I wouldn't-
trees?
Let's just cut some trees down.
I'm gonna just cut some trees.
All right, easy enough for
You
y'all.
don't even have to cut the trees. You could just use the trees.
Perfect.
Yeah, we don't even need to.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Great. And we're even gonna cut them down. All right, cool. While Day is doing that, I think we'll probably just scoop all the gold and art and gems and all the crazy stuff that's like quantifiable wealth into the hole.
Do I just make you a fucking slide that goes down?
I think we just start
You
pushing.
can make
Yeah.
a shovel or
Just
like
take
a
some time.
snowplow
I think I have
Or
a
if we
shovel.
Put the coins in first, but like make them fall in at like a gentle slope, and everything else can just slide down the coin slope.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then when Day's back and ready, we do have some things that are well, actually,
Wait,
Mhm.
do I get? Oh, I could. I could make it so that way the cart has wheels. I have animate object.
you're not gonna.
Not,
If
well,
you make
not
the
with
cart
legs.
wide enough, we can also put the hole on the cart and then just leave the hole open on the cart.
I think that would be a bit. It's at the cart. The hole is big, right?
It'd
It's
be
like
a
10
very
feet.
wide cart.
That's
Yeah.
too wide. That's too wide for a cart.
Too wide for a cart. It's just too
And
wide.
also, animate objects lasts a minute. It's not very long. So
Yeah,
don't-
but I mean, a minute could be helpful in certain situations.
Well,
sure. If we need to, we can animate the cart.
as
like,
long
if
as it's
that-
still under 500 pounds or at 500, I can also levitate it for 10 minutes.
All right.
I
So
too
hold
can
on.
animate objects as well.
Fuck! I only have Smith's tools. Never mind. It's
Okay.
just gonna be a really rugged cart.
Is the things that we assume are magic items, can we get the confirmation that they are, this mithril, the healing arrow, the puzzle ring, the potions, the lockpicks,
Yeah,
Are these-
Give everything a look.
of the detect magic?
Squint at it real quick.
I missed one. My bad.
Ah.
I missed one.
Ooh.
Ring of white gold with 2 onyx.
I don't know what this is, but
Games.
I like it.
Games. God damn it! I can't spell. Leave me alone. I'm fucking. Don't make fun of your GM. He's autistic.
This is this is my style, and I like it, and I want it.
Autism doesn't affect
It's
reading.
the only reason to make fun of your GM.
Anyway, yes. So all that stuff is slashing magic.
Yes.
Right. So I think while Artavar, Vuno, the other two can't lift anything. So mostly while we're moving a lot of stuff.
I can lift, I just can't carry it.
Sure. Okay. Tell yourself that you svelte.
Again,
little-
also all of the coins are not sorted as nicely as they are on paper. So
Yeah. We're gonna
y'all
do-
enjoy
yeah,
that
well-
task.
Yeah, we are gonna do a lot of the sorting and all that stuff while Riss and Day tag team some identifies in the while we're in the lair.
Sure.
I see. So it's
Because
just
Riss, you can't identify, right?
He doesn't say anything. He just looks at you
Because I think like a baby wizard can do that.
and he lets it sit for a moment. He just looks at you.
I feel like I have a memory of you doing it, but honestly, I don't know.
No, of course I can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's just me and you, Vuno, moving stuff around for now.
Frankly, I can work off some stress, so.
If you're willing to do all the work by yourself, then go ahead, yeah.
No. Frankly, this is good time to start doing some reps. So
Alright.
come on.
And you guys can, while digging through the gold and stuff. So, how do you guys want to do all of this, right? Because you've basically all of this is like piled. So you're in like a broken tower. Like this was like clearly like someone had built like a tower and it has been collapsed and sunk into this swamp. So you're on like the 3rd floor of like a tower. Like you entered in through like the roof that was sunken on the ground.
Are there tapestries and banners on the wall?
Mostly destroyed, removed. So the gold and all of the eggs. Yeah, like tattered, but yeah.
Right. So if we could take some of that fabric, I think what we'll do is just start putting them out like in squares and just start dumping like the like-minded coin in those like fabric squares.
Okay,
And then when they're full up, we're just tying them off like a little giant sack of coin.
gotcha. Easy enough.
Yeah.
It's
And
also
anything
there is like a hole in the floor where stairs used to be. They've been mostly like boarded over, but you can see like a broken portion of which that a dragon appears to have regularly like wriggled through and gone down further.
That is definitely worth checking out, but I think we should do full loot before we move on to potential laboratory spell room. I think.
Laugh like 3 steps down already turns around.
So remember the last time we went down to something like that? Laugh, do you remember what happened? Do you remember?
I was fine actually.
Sure, you're fine, but the whole place blew up. And we lost valuable intelligence because we could not do a good survey. So let's do it slow. Right? Nice and slow. We killed the
Wait,
dragon.
what?
Let's take a break.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's read through your report, Trish. It's in the reports. Like go back to the, you can. It's open information. You're part of the D
I
squad.
didn't get all of mine in triplicate. Sorry.
Well, you should request it next time.
Always make sure you request your paperwork.
I request them so that it looks like I did, and I don't read them. Don't worry about it.
You have those reports though, right? Lath, you didn't lose them because
Best
that's
use of-
intelligence.
Best use of unseen servant is every time you get handed paperwork, you just conjure it and hand it the paperwork and go, you know the information, and walk away and hope for the best.
And loose documents with intelligence, vital intelligence, top secret intelligence.
They didn't leave the fort. Don't worry.
Inside check.
They're piled. They've never been opened. They're in a stash under his bed or in his
I don't-
closet. just
I'm
thrown
not
in there.
inside checking that they left the fort. I'm inside checking that you have any idea where they are.
So, Laugh,
It's
you can roll
17.
me a d20 and you can apply persuasion or deception, your pick. You can message me, but you don't have to tell Dylan unless he beats you.
Alrighty.
No, actually, I have a +1 to wisdom now.
So you can apply either bonus. You don't have to tell us in a public space whether you're persuading or deceiving. You can keep that information between me and you.
Alright.
I got an 18.
Aw, I can't do math. 21.
Get fucked.
He leaves them there.
Yeah.
They're
Lilna
still
says, all right, they're in Fort Grim.
That
Good to
seems
know.
pretty good, pretty solid on where they left them.
Vona's happy in the moment, but there is a note in the back of his mind to do room inspection. Back to Fort Grim. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just start sorting that stuff while the identify boys identify.
I have that stuck in my head, but it's Island Boys.
No, I'm
Gee.
kidding.
Me. That was so loud, dude. That was like 6 octaves too high.
All right. So what items would you like to identify in what order? One at a time, please.
I'm gonna grab both the rings and do those first.
Okay.
Pew,
What do you think,
pew.
Bruno?
I'm not a ritual caster, so I dump my spell levels for that shit.
What do you mean you're not a spell? What do you
You're,
what?
you're a wizard.
talking
What?
about?
I thought you had to take ritual caster.
No.
No, you're a ritual caster as a wizard. Yeah.
You never even have to
Okay.
prepare your ritual spells.
Yeah.
This is your book.
Wizards
It's one of
are
the-
the best wizards.
Yeah, that's like one of the best features of being a wizard, actually.
I
Yeah.
don't ever play nerd. It's fine. I don't ever play nerd.
He's a sorcerer for every important task except for the fucking written shit.
True. True.
No, yeah. So no, Kyle, yeah, as a
cool,
wizard,
yeah, I'll
if you
do the
have
ring.
if you have any ritual spell in your book, you don't ever have to like take it as a spell for the day. You can always ritually cast any ritual spell out of your book, which is one of the perks of being a wizard, which is also why all wizards are kind of dicks about hunting down all of the utility ritual spells, is because they can always use them at any time.
Fun times.
Yeah, that's one of the perks of being a wizard is you can just keep adding shit to your list and being like, it doesn't count against my spells that I take for the day because it's a ritual, motherfucker. Which is why they get identify, find familiar, alarm, all that shit is because they don't have to count it against their shit. It's just utility they get to keep on hand.
It's just free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Free real estate. Fuck off. All right. So
You
hit
are,
us with
in
the
fact, a ritual caster, so you just have to spend 20 minutes identifying it. Which ring?
22.
We'll do the puzzle ring first.
Excellent. So, this ring, let me go to the P's in my book here. So this is the puzzle ring of vitality, life, and power. It is a ring, a legendary ring. It requires attunement by a paladin.
Sorry about that.
Well, the Great Paladino.
So this ring has a couple of features. So this golden ring was blessed by the goddess of life and healing. And while wearing the ring, you can use your lay on hand features on an ally within 10 feet of you instead of needing to touch them. Excuse me. The inner ring is covered by a series of silver puzzle rings. Each ring is made of 3 distinct bands that fit together in an elaborate, ever-changing puzzle that emits a 30-foot aura of healing and support. As an action, you can make an intelligence check to solve a puzzle piece of the ring and receive the following benefits in the following order. When you solve the first band, following a DC 5 intelligence check, you begin to emit the ring's aura. The ring's aura lasts for 1 minute, and it's always centered on the wearer. This aura, while you're emitting the aura, you can use a bonus action on your turn to cause a creature within the aura, including yourself, to regain 2d6 hit points. The second band, when it is solved following a DC 10 intelligence check, the aura's strength increases. Each living, non-hostile creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn within your aura with 0 hit points. In addition, creatures within the radius have resistance to necrotic damage, and their hit point maximum cannot be reduced.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me.
That's a fuck you, ghost.
The third band is solved with a DC 15 intelligence check, and when the band is completed, the aura's power reaches its max. Friendly creatures within the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects. And if they succeed on the saving throw and would take half damage, they instead take no damage. The aura ends early if you take off the ring or are reduced to 0 hit points. Once the aura fades, you cannot activate any of the outer rings until 1 day has passed for each band that you solved. If you solve all 3 bands, the number of days is reduced by 1d3. On a 3, you can use it again immediately.
Cool.
Nice.
Is it like an object interaction to solve?
Yes, I believe so.
It says action.
Yeah, as an action, yep, you can make an intelligence check. Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes 3 turns.
How
And you
long-
have to do them consecutively. Yeah.
How long do they last?
The aura lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. So that's a prepare. Either waste an attack. Well, not really waste, but sacrifice an attack or prepare right ahead of time.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that you said that's a paladin only thing?
Yes, it is a paladin requirement ring.
Who's the goddess who made it?
It is blessed by the goddess of life. The goddess of life would be the OG goddess of life.
You don't fucking care. You only worship Bith. It's fine. It's not gonna pay it. You don't want to use
Eris
it.
need to wear that ring.
You're polite though, you know. You're not rude.
You just happen to not worship them. That's all.
Yeah. I worship all the gods. I just am devoted to it.
Yeah, that's
And then,
Polytheism is.
all right, and then so since that's been solved, I will post where you can copy paste it. I believe the Reddit post where they have it posted for free is the same as the print book version. Yeah, So I've linked the Reddit post so you can have the imagery and the item.
Cool. Now what about
Alright.
the other one?
So the other ring. So the other one, so the white and the onyx, so the two onyxes on it are like almost so it looks like it's a single gem, but it looks like they're like stretching apart from each other and kind of like it looks like the gem was melted and like pulled apart while it was molten and then reset to that same position.
Mhm.
So it's got this weird like elongated piece to it that isn't like naturally occurring. And after identifying it, you learn that this is a ring of breaching.
Oh shoot!
Breaching!
So the ring has the ring starts with right now it currently has 7 charges, and it regains 1d4 charges every day at midnight. By expending a charge, you can pass through any wall that is up to 30 feet thick or less. While moving through the wall in this way, it counts as difficult terrain.
Okay.
So, what happens if you don't make it through the wall
You get rejected.
in one movement?
If you find a wall that's over 30 feet thick, it
So
doesn't.
essentially,
Does
it
it
would
have
be
to
like
be a wall or can it
yeah,
be
it
natural?
would be like the
stone?
floor or like a cave.
Well, I mean, if it's 30 feet thick, I mean, if it's 15 feet thick, you can't get through it with your regular movement. You have to dash.
Yeah.
Also,
right.
that's a really thick wall.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
can it
what
be
I
like a
assume like a
cave?
castle wall would be,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a fortified
Castle
wall.
walls aren't that thick.
yeah.
Most of the time.
Thinking, you know, like fortified
Yeah.
just lots of
city
material.
wall
Yeah.
kind of deal. If I want to walk through a city wall,
Yeah, you can do that. I think the biggest city walls are like 20 feet.
Yeah. Most of the time, it's not gonna be a problem. But basically, yeah, you won't. If you can't make it through, it won't let you. You'll just be
Oh
rejected.
wait, did you say it's difficult terrain?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, yeah. So really thick city wall, you might have trouble.
Yeah, like moving through molasses.
And as for floors and ceilings, give it a shot. We'll see. We'll see how that happens. See how that works.
Mm.
I'd say
I
you
like
could
the way you
certainly
said
try it.
I don't like the way you said that.
Body slam.
It's funny until you activate it, go through the floor, and then you're like, okay, but how do the rest of us get down? Sounds like a great way to accidentally split yourself from the party really far away.
Sounds
You
perfect.
just keep dropping through floors, giving people the bird as you go by. You'll never catch me!
Greased up deaf guy.
Yeah.
Then you.
All right. And Day, which one were you doing, buddy?
The strange lockpicks.
The strange lockpick. So this, let's try to identify it. So it's like a long single like hooked lockpick with like this big round ring at the back, and it is known as the locksmith's bane.
The locksmith's bane.
Yep.
Bane.
Oh.
Too far letters back. I went too far fucking back in my buckling to go back
Ah.
down. So the locksmith's
Like
bane.
Crisp isn't on. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Damn,
Now
you
why
weren't
you've been
quisp enough.
feeling my ear.
Mine wasn't on there. Oopsie.
So
Yeah, you
this
weren't
is
whistling
a
into ears.
a silver twisted lockpick that reorients itself easily when attempting to manipulate and open locks. You gain a +3 bonus to ability checks when you use this tool in order to pick open locks. If you roll a 1 on that ability check, the lockpick casts the knock spell on the lock before it turns to dust and is destroyed. If you roll a 1 in this way and use an ability that allows you to reroll ones on the die or any other reroll ability, the item becomes a non-magical mundane lockpick but does not cast the knock spell or disintegrate itself.
Nice.
So basically, unless you nat 1 when trying to pick a lock, it is a lock pick. It gives you +3 to the ability check to pick locks with it. And on a 1, it casts
that
the
might
knock
actually
spell.
be-
Well, I don't know how to pick
Go ahead.
locks.
What were you gonna say,
so-
Sharky?
I was saying I think that might be good for me. I got pretty high dex. I'm not proficient with lockpicks, but
Well, yeah, Jack of many
I've got-
trades. which means
yeah, I
that
do
you
have
have
jack of
a-
all
Yeah,
trades.
because I have got decent decks as well, but with Jack of all trades, it's definitely your shtick better.
Who knows? Maybe I can even learn how to use it. Or be proficient next time we have downtime.
Good goal.
And I will not get there.
Plus, this actually kind of fits like a little thing, but yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna have to like read that ring thing like 3 more times before I remember everything it does.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. So basically, passive wise, it does the lay on hands at 10 feet,
Yeah, and then it does some
and then it does other shit if you want to continue spending your turn to do it.
Okay.
Portable hole, ring of breaching. Alrighty. It doesn't need to be identified magically, but the set of mithril armor is specifically a set of Malkavian style mithril plate.
Ooh.
What makes it Malkavian style?
More the traditional like cut. Let me get you a fucking Dylan's a historian
plate.
buff, so let me go grab it.
Full plate?
Yes.
This one decided shit itself. Got it.
You cut off there at the end.
Or decided to shit itself.
So the like, it's my roll. I get to do what I want. They might be French and aesthetic, but god damn it, they're using Spanish armor.
Like conquistador shit or what?
I'll just say it looks like this. No, it's not gonna copy. God damn bullshit. Hang on.
Waiting.
Paste. Boop.
Fancy.
Okay.
I was like, don't come at me in the comments, Dylan.
Yeah.
Looks AI generated.
Damn. What if it wasn't? Brutal if it wasn't.
What?
And then it said it looks AI generated.
I don't know what Dylan said after that.
No.
So what if it wasn't?
I was like, that's brutal if it wasn't.
Oh.
Let's see.
I mean, oh my god. I'm pretty confident it's AI generated.
Let's see. Well, the title from where I just stole it from is called French Knight Full Plate Q2 Up Beta. So, oh, it is tagged as AI generated. Yep.
Haha.
Oh, nice call.
Okay.
I'm an artist. I have an eye for bullshit.
so funny.
Alien's like, I can see this shit.
It's oh yeah, they have 12 fingers.
No, the fingers actually.
Now, the
gave it
thumb
to me.
on the
What
left
gave
one
it to
is
me
broke as fuck. That
Yeah,
is
but the fingers aren't what gave it to me. It's the chainmail at the shoulder or at the elbows.
like the
Yeah,
neck
that's
too. The
weird.
neck
Yeah,
shit's
the
weird.
neck.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first thing I caught was the shoulders or elbows. Oh my god, I can't use the word fucking.
Even the
elbows.
neck is weird.
Yeah.
There's
There's a lot
that's
of
all
weird
AI art. AI art, you're like, you glance over it, you're like, that looks fine. And then the second you start looking at it, you're like, hang on a second. What's going on here?
Like he has one random blue spot on his helmet
Yeah.
chain.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking the guy on the left's thumb is what's getting me right now.
Who's janked?
Is Fata! He's got a whole extra knuckle layer on his.
The incredibly smooth and like gravity-defying chainmail
Yeah,
things around their neck.
Oh yeah.
it's French. Come on.
So
The
what
French
is
are AI generated. You're right.
The entire country of France is
what is
I see no proof it's real.
what does Mithril do again?
Mithril removes the strength requirement and deletes the stealth penalty. And it reduces the weight by over half.
Jay, you've got magic armor, right?
But it is still full plate, so if you don't have plate
If you're not,
proficiency,
you just have to have proficiency in heavy armor, and it's a flat 18.
Yeah, yeah,
But
and
But
my,
also, yeah, I've got M19 armor, so.
that's yeah. You want to keep that. And nobody else here can wear
Only
heavy
saved me
armor.
a couple times.
Oh, it's huge. That's really good.
Yeah, I'd need a
Yeah.
particular invocation for that armor, and I like my fly armor anyway. So
Okay. All right, Vono is not going to wear it because it's Malkavian style, but he puts a note to reduce
And
the mithril
I-
down into.
Yes, I will allow you to melt it
Ah.
down and re-fucking shape it.
Hell yeah.
You'll have to do a series of checks, but you can attempt. I'll let you do it with the
Yeah,
adamantine. I gotta let you do it with the other
like
metals.
this skin option. Can we roll for a new skin?
Yeah, sure. Looks like you got a knife skin this time, though. Ooh.
So Vono will commission a armor from Day.
Yeah,
We'll
because
do-
I'd
we'll-
hate for it
we'll
to
do.
just go to waste.
We'll do some RP about that later. As Bruno tells you what he would like his armor to look like. All right, cool. The healing arrows, did they need identifying, or is it just
were-
mechanics?
Similar to what I had before,
Cool.
so I can convert those to bullets.
Okay. We did identify the strange
I like every
latex.
time we
don't
find
know-
some loot, it's all like, sweet loot. Hey, Day, can you completely melt this down and make me something better?
That one's just style.
This is your fault for making a useful character.
congratulations. This is exactly what happened in 4th edition.
It is. It
Please
really
confirm.
100% is.
They is fulfilling his own the party perfectly.
Really.
The potions. Can we do a little? It's a little taste test to figure out what's up.
So, yes, I will allow a taste test. So I hate the fucking rule that it's like you can drink a potion, you automatically you can take a sippy sip and know automatically what it does, because that implies that every motherfucker knows what every type of potion tastes like.
Here's
The
Tyler.
magic
Tyler.
included in making the potion makes everyone
you
know
want-
what it is.
I was about to say, Tyler, if you want to think about it this way, look at look at a candle. You know what it tastes like. You never
what it
licked a
tastes
candle.
like.
You've
You never licked a
Dylan,
candle. You
Dylan, I'm
you
gonna
know
stop you right
exactly what a
there.
candle
I'm
would
autistic.
taste
I
like.
sure
You're
as shit
making-
have licked a
You're making
motherfucking
a
candle.
You're making a very bold claim.
Making a very bold claim that I've never licked a candle. I
guess that's
have
fair.
licked a candle. It
I
doesn't
have
taste as good
taste.
as it smells.
It's the same sensory thing, I would say, if I was God in this world.
But I will allow you to do a pretty easily identifiable magical check after giving it a taste test to see if you can figure it out.
Taste
Alright.
potion, your tongue swells up from an allergic reaction. Yes, this is a potion of enlarge.
This is
No,
a
I think you're
potion
just
of
made a
enlarge.
handful.
No, I think there's shellfish in there.
Buying health potions. Hey, you didn't use shellfish red dye in your health potion, did you? I'm allergic.
Can I get a gluten-free health potion?
Caffeine free.
Caffeine-free, gluten-free,
I need caffeine-free haste potions.
vegan. So what are they?
Lucky for you, this one doesn't have caffeine. It just has cocaine.
Liquid.
That's organic.
I was like, this is my organic potion of haste. It's just liquid coke. Just
Ooh, is it a potion of haste?
one of them is.
All right, so potion of haste. That's cool because you have to concentrate on it.
So you drink two of them, and then the third one, when you open it, you realize it's not a potion.
Ah. It's a fucking genie now.
Just a fucking fist comes up out of that bottle. You uncork it, and it just straight up starts throwing hands.
Damn. You just open up that bottle of kick ass.
It's a bottle of whoop ass. You crack the lid and throw it at people. Just
That'd be so funny.
that'd be a really fun magical.
Yeah, that
Just
would
like
be
a
really
just an arm sticking out of a potion bottle.
It just starts grabbing
attack
people and
everybody.
slamming them to the ground. Just starts trying to wrestle people.
There's no body attached to it. It's just an angry arm.
Throw two of them, and it's just they start working together. What you do is you get the mimic. You strap two of those to it. You throw the mimic at somebody.
Damn.
It's a build your own deployable death robot.
Yeah.
All right.
I choose you.
BO. Boots. Bolt. Boots again. Barbados. Boreal. So.
Wow.
Yes, bottled. So this is a vial that when you open it, it begins to fume a kind of a pitch black acrid smell begins to rise from it, which thankfully stops whoever was about to drink it as you realize that this is definitely a poison.
Oh.
And thus will need to be identified.
Gib.
Okay.
Damn, what drink this? It don't smell right.
I mean, you could drink it just once.
Depending on who drinks it, it might only be once.
Nobody can poison.
Yeah, I already died recently, so I'm good.
Seriously. All right. What was the other potion that wasn't poison?
It was a storm giant strength.
Ooh, okay.
When you drink it for I believe an hour, your strength becomes 26.
Whoa.
So, over the next
Good.
10 minutes or so, you learn that this is a poison known as Bottled Abyss. When a creature eats or drinks this poison, it takes 4d6 psychic damage and must succeed on a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes blind and is unable to sleep.
Oh god.
While affected, if a creature attempts to rest, they gain no benefits and are plagued with terrible nightmares, preventing them from recovering. This poison lasts until the affected creature succeeds on the saving throw, which it can attempt once every 24 hours, or if it is cured through the remove curse or greater restoration or wish spell.
I wish I could fucking sleep.
I have a very particular target I'd like to hit with that poison.
Cool. I have this. I mean, I have remove curse now. So if for some fucking reason somebody drank that, we could get rid of it. But that's nasty. But it only affects when they eat or drink it, right? So
Yes.
You can't put it on a weapon.
No, yeah, you have to have them
You have to
consume
force it down someone's throat. Okay.
or slip it into a drink, or
Yeah. Let me just slip. You said when we opened it up, pitch black, acrid smell.
Yes.
Like vapors.
Yeah.
emitted?
Yep.
Okay.
Something
so like
fizzy.
British food.
Yeah.
We had to put it like a British food. A blood pie. Would be okay.
If
Go to the right club, just start
If
handing
someone
out
were to-
shots.
if someone were to inject it into their veins, then be bit by a vampire.
wait. Are you injecting it into your own veins?
Oh.
Okay.
Putting
I'm
it
now
in a sack
processing.
near your neck is a lot easier.
I'm
underneath your shirt.
I'm now processing what you're going through here. I was like, damn, brutal. Just injecting it into somebody that I'm like,
That's
why would you
literally
get
from
button?
The
I was like,
Witcher.
oh, I get it. Bait move. Got it.
I think that was literally a thing from The Witcher. I remember there was like a
Oh,
potion you
yeah.
could drink, and if you got bit by a vampire, it like stunned them.
I don't even want to do it to stun them. I just really would like this person to be in torture and pain. And
Sure.
terror.
Laugh.
that
I'm
with
willing to
laugh.
take the consequences of injecting this into my veins. You just kind of see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Leth didn't eat it, I guess. So
DM, I didn't eat it though.
didn't go down my throat though.
It's just in my bloodstream, DM.
Balls didn't touch DM.
You fucker.
Beautiful. So with everything accounted for, I don't think there's anything left unknown, right?
Nope, that is everything.
Who wants? Anybody want anything from that's been said?
I mean,
Unfortunately, I don't think that there's really anything that works for me.
the poison, obviously, for obvious reasons, but that can be useful for anyone.
Mhm.
But I mean, bottle of haste would be useful for anyone.
I'm inclined. Yeah, potion of haste is really good for somebody who can do like a spell and then have like an action because
I could get off a
And
spell,
then
get off a
attack.
shot, and fly around faster than normal.
true. You have a lot of mobility with flying. I feel like Artivar or Day would be helpful with haste.
Yeah, it's also for. I mean,
My dex is
literally anyone.
not-
There's anyone could benefit from it very well.
My,
Yeah,
my
haste is great.
dexterity is a +1. I have a 12 dex.
Yeah, haste, you have advantage on dex saves, so it gives you, it would help you out then.
Correction.
The only-
Slope.
For technical consideration, the item is called a potion of speed.
Ah, okay.
But it gives you the haste spell for 1 minute, no concentration required.
Ah, nice. Damn.
So
that-
if anybody has a
Yeah,
digital
else
tool and is
potions.
trying to add it there,
Yeah. All potions, or if they replicate a spell, you don't have to do concentration.
yeah.
But they're pretty cool. The thing with haste, though, is that when this effect ends, you're stunned for a round. So, like, yeah, keep that.
Yeah.
See, but then that also, I mean, not to be like, give it to me, but I'm the one who's never up in melee. If I'm stunned for a round, I'm more likely to not
It's true.
be penalized by that.
Everybody, yeah, anybody? I think I've got enough doohickeys, so I think, yeah, I'm laughed. Anybody else want this potion to speed, or give them a laugh?
I mean, if ain't no one want it, I'll take it. I don't give a shit.
I mean, yeah, I would.
Lath would like it.
Go ahead.
All right. So Lath, you can take the potion of speed.
Sweet, thank you.
I'll take that lockpick.
Yeah.
Yes, take the lockpick.
That's mine.
Who wants to have a 26 strength?
That's also only a minute, or is that one an hour?
An hour.
I feel like that's you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it would give me +2 to hit. No, sorry. It would give me +3 to hit, +3 damage on all my attacks.
Yeah.
But it would also
I'm
make-
sorry, I'm a liar. When you drink a potion of Storm Giant Strength, I believe you become a 29. My bad.
Storm and Cloud. I don't know if Cloud's an option.
Fuck.
Storm are up there.
You,
So sorry, I would get a +4 to my
Yeah.
damage and attacks. Which
I
is
think that's a you as well.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
anybody that just wants to be fucking yoked.
Could we also, like, is there a way to maybe, like, put the potions in an injectable cartridge in a bullet, and then I can shoot Rona from afar so it doesn't have to just...
Down their fucking throat.
Just pulls a separate gun to just Ana people. You would have to probably work with Datharian to build something like that.
I love that. It's a good.
Then I
it's
can hold on to
it's
the
fun.
potions and just fucking inject people with 29 shots.
Plath just has a
I
weird
love that.
sidearm that just later
feel
they're like
like-
damage, boost gun.
I feel like that technology already exists in this world. It's
Shut up.
just it's in a
Crap.
book somewhere.
Kyle's really on finding his book.
It's not for
okay, I'll
me.
take
It's
that.
just for everyone else.
Who wants the Ring of Breaching?
That seems
Keep
Uh,
that one. You're a big siege weapon yourself anyway. You don't need it. I
My
guess
other
I'll
thought
take
with
it.
that one is give it to the bard with his hypnotic pattern.
There you go.
Hop into
That'll
a
work.
room through a wall, stun everybody, and then we can all storm in from outside.
Ooh, that's a great
actually
opener.
A good fucking idea.
That works for anyone with support, but the hypnotic pattern was my thought because it has worked.
Mhm.
That's a good idea. I like that. Does it require attunement?
The ring, yes.
Okay. And then the healing arrows we're going to turn to bullets. mithril armor. We're gonna melt down. Potions have been given out. The poison. I mean, I think we could probably just put the poison in the bag of holding for now.
Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
And I think that's it.
Right.
Perfect. All right, so I think that's everything for now. We've thrown everything else in the bag of not the bag of holding, the portable hole. All the things that can be sold for cash. I think when we have some time tonight, we'll check out the battle standard and maybe the records and the urn and all that stuff. Do we need to drink the whiskey, or can we get the whiskey into the hole?
I think two of us could probably.
Oh, I
twist
mean,
it.
if you insist, I suppose. If I must.
Pour
Beautiful.
one out.
Yeah, I think Vona will finally, after I don't know, God, how long has it been since we killed the dragon? 3 hours at this point.
Oh yeah, by the time you guys are done cataloging and sorting, yeah, you've probably been down here for probably an hour or 2 or 3.
Short rest.
Yeah, I would say it's leisurely enough unless you guys are on high alert while you're digging.
Well, that's
Dig
fair,
a
but
hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
Yeah.
this is
With
really
a
for
shovel.
It's for my singular spell slot back.
All right, so beautiful. I think Vona will then kind of hand out a couple, a glass of whiskey for everybody who would want one.
The dragons are lined up.
Yeah.
You brought back the dead dragon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought.
I was like, I'm pretty sure.
We have no more revivifies now because we did save the dragon.
2 of them have
Vona
died.
will make sure to. Yeah, I think not the same one twice. Thankfully, it's been spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
Vuna will pour out into a larger bowl some whiskey for the dragons, and you'll hold up a glass after everybody's got theirs and say, "It's not every day that a dragon as powerful as Scalavex is felled, and certainly in times like these, it is always encouraging to see cooperation between dragons and humanoids. For when dragons rule tyrannically, they get their just rewards. And now, hopefully, these lands can see more just rulership for all. Each of you were instrumental in the fight that occurred, and I'm proud to be able to say that I fought by your side, and that the great war is dead." He'll nod and shoot his whiskey back.
Here, here.
Cheers and a chug.
I'm so tired.
Experience.
I just saw what you posted, lad. That's amazing. That's
It's also
fine.
when they give
God.
a teacup holster. I'm like, yeah.
Sure. Keep your hands free. When you...
Lamau.
Do the dragons drink?
Are they 21 in Dragon?
They drink.
They drink their whiskey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When I get home, I can't
They
believe my
drink
son had his
Sissy's.
first drink. He's only 19.
So we've got the cart, we've got the eggs in the cart, we've got the portable hole, we're all good there. Is this entryway that goes deeper, is it big enough for the red dragons, or are they?
Yeah, they would definitely fit. It was Calavex's.
Calvin says. I think Vona will look to the rest and say, should we ask our companions to keep watch, making sure that I know that there are still dangerous creatures and outside in the swamp. Death of Calavex, I imagine at some point they'll start buying territory. But do we think we can get the cart down into this hole with the eggs?
So you see that it used to be it used to have stairs that led down, but those have been broken off pretty hard. So it's about a 40-foot drop into pitch black darkness.
How much does the cart weigh with the eggs on it at this point?
500 pounds.
We did get it to 500. Then I can levitate it down, but I'd have to take a spell to levitate it back up. So it might be easier to if we can alarm it up here.
You don't want to leave them unguarded.
Well, you have 3
unless-
dragons.
Unless we spent, we could just leave them.
Leave them with the
Leave the dragons here with it and go down.
Are the
I can
dragons
alarm it.
going to?
You can
destroy the
totally
world?
trust us with some eggs.
Hey, inside check.
Yeah, I would like to insight check that as well. No.
I did get the ring of breaching as well.
Yeah, 10.
11. Satisfying dice roll noise.
Thank you. It's a massive d20 I have just sitting on my desk. All right, so that is. Let me grab the Red Dragon's card so I know how much their stuff was. Alrighty, so that is plus 4, so that's gonna be a 20. Yeah, Cinder, Gusto, they look very capable, and like you could definitely trust them with some eggs.
Nice.
Cinder and Gusto both just hear in their head, well, we won't forget this if you destroy them.
I don't hear it, so
No.
I'm.
I don't hear
And-
it, so I'm all good. I just love
so-
Dylan's like, I didn't hear it. It's everything's fine.
Beautiful. So Vuno will kind of nod, and you said it's a 40-foot drop.
Yep.
And Vuno will just kind of take out his climber's kit and start going down.
Sure. So, yeah. So you begin descending. Is anybody else going with him?
Yep, laugh just Chris Angel down.
Mad freak. So, as you begin to go down, as you guys descend about 20 feet into this open space, into the darkness, all of the torches along the wall just begin to like flare to life.
That's cool as shit.
Nice trick.
And this like violet and black flames just kind of fill like the outside rings going down as you see like a large pile where like the ground is covered in like soft hay and bits of cloth into like a bedded feature, as well as you can see also in this chamber a large, it's like a weirdly pale dais, like a raised platform, hexagonal in shape, with 4 obelisks on 4 of the 6 corners, each of them engraved with draconic script in writing. At the center of this platform, you can see, like on the top, so the whole thing is like this white gray, but at the very top, you can see collectively dried pools of blood that kind of stain the top of the stone. You can also see a series of tools laid against the back wall, like on like a large workbench, essentially, of like engraving tools, scarification. You can see like a large edged stone and metal disc that looks like it's used to like grind gemstones down. You can assume this is Calavax's scarification area for where he did his glyph engravements on himself.
Is there any residual magic here left?
That's
Yeah,
a
not
little
full.
morbid.
Keep up his Eldritch Sight.
Yeah, so you can see that that the pillars themselves have some sort of residual magic. Nothing like active, like nothing that would like trigger, but like the area has been used for like weaving spell work and transferring abilities from, it's like a caster out, those used to store and pull back the energy into this like glyph engravement ritual. And it's like, it's no more morbid, like it's not like a grotesque sight, but it is where Essentially, it's like you're looking at like what you would do if any of you got like the magical tattoo variants, right? He's broken down the gemstones and he's grafting spell work onto himself so that he can use it in a pinch.
Before touching any of the walls or ceiling or anything, I would also like to look carefully for any like
Magical
signals.
traps? Sure, roll me a perception.
I'll throw in on that as well, just because.
Yeah, are you doing help or are you separate?
You should let me throw in on that.
I'll help Dave. He's going.
I'm gonna.
I'm not good at perception, but I can see the magic. So
If you can see the magic, can we inverse this? And I'll do an investigation check and just be looking specifically for things that are like glyphs.
Sure.
Like
so
basically
Matt is
looking for
helping with
glyphs
the
of.
magic stuff.
Sure.
I'm gonna do perception. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Mm-hmm.
This definitely seems like the kind of guy to put a big fuck off fireball on the floor.
Delayed blast fireball, nerds.
I got a
Dimension Dora.
I got a 12 plus 8 plus. Get the D4 real quick. Plus 2. So, 22.
So, looking around the room, you all managed to find a handful of, I guess, you find like glyphs carved into stuff throughout the room. None of them are active. Seems like when he unraveled, his spell work began to fade. So, looking around the room, you guys find about 20 or so glyphs that would be set off by intrusive forces.
Lovely.
But all of them lie dormant. So, yes, the room was booby-trapped to hell and back. What were your guys's? You guys typed those out in the Roll20, right? Excellent. Riss, through your investigation as you're going over the room, kind of fucking with shit and moving stuff around, you do find like a large section over, like under the bed, essentially, like where he sleeps, a large portion of the floor that does like slide in and out. It's like this big chunk of stone that like the edges are cut.
Yeah, but obviously I can't fucking move it.
No, you would definitely not be able to lift that, motherfucker.
Whoa!
Hey, I found something over here. I need you, probably both of you, the bigger ones.
What is it?
It looks like the dragon equivalent of a floor safe.
Dragon equivalent.
Does it seem like it can be lifted? Like, does it have edges and stuff?
Yeah, you can see like areas where like claws would sink into the stone to get a grip.
I see.
Agreed. I'll check it for traps.
Roll
When
me an investigation.
When they finally get ready to move it, I'm
80
waiting.
feet away.
Well, no, I'm real close, just in case, so I can counter something.
All right. Anybody
if
help
I
him?
have-
Yeah, I'll help.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna check. If I'm gonna be helping open this fuck.
27.
27. You don't notice any traps.
All right. Vilna will look to Artavar and nod, and he'll get on one side and wait for Artavar to get on the other.
All right. It's very funny because I'm just like I'm way fucking smaller than you, so it's weird that I'm fucking buff.
Hey, gains are gains.
Yeah, both of you can give me athletics checks, please.
Ouch. Stretch.
My back! My back! Oh, fuck, my back.
25.
All right, so you've got one success and one failure. I'm sorry,
holding
1
it
success,
down.
2 failures. Yeah, you're like half up, and Ardavar's like, you've picked up the couch, and Ardavar's like, oh fuck, I can't lift the other end of the couch. You're like, pick up the couch!
Get in there. We tried.
Get in there.
Zvudo's like trying to lift this stone by himself.
Pivot.
It's coming.
I am pivoting.
Ardavar, you get back underneath it. As you guys can hear the like shifting the stone. These guys just keep lifting and lifting and lifting. Ardavar, you're like have to switch like halfway from like a lift to like a push as you like flip your hands around to try and like push the stone out. As it just keeps coming, you guys pull out like a 5-foot block of stone. Just throw it to the side. And it's this huge chunk that like drops down. You can see at the bottom of this, neatly arranged, are this large, like, it's flayed dragon hide is the best way to see what that book is, what this large tome is made of. Glyphed writing in Draconic scrolls across the front. And it is inlaid with like gem dust, so the whole cover glitters. It is a residual set hide of platinum scale.
Oh shit.
Platinum dragon skin book.
The title
Like
for all of
Grimoire.
those who read Draconic is The Inheritors of the First World.
Oh shit.
Is that name known to me?
Yeah, I want to make that roll as well, buddy.
Those sure are letters.
Or is there an
Uh,
author name attached to that text? Or?
Nope, that's just the title, the scroll that's across the top.
What would be better to go for? Would that be Arcana or History?
Probably a history check.
Yeah. I was hoping for Arcana.
I'm trained in history, so if someone wants to help.
Day, you can
Like-
have advantage on this history check.
25.
Do I still have guidance on me?
I was like, you
Oh,
cast
wait,
it. This
for
would be probably a
One
minute
ability,
later.
one
Yeah,
ability. This is one ability.
I was like, you can cast it again if you would like before.
I slapped my own ass and cast guidance.
19.
Well, that's not good.
You sound very far away.
Yeah, there was a 9, and then there was a 17, and then the +4.
So 21 total.
No, I had to roll the +4. I got.
Okay. So 20 total. Okay. So in ascending order, Day, you would know that the book's contents is the book itself is definitely carved from the flesh of Bahamut. This is bound in his flesh and was left as a instructional manual, I guess. When Bahamut slayed the evil counterpart for the dragon gods, he ascended the mantle of the only god of dragons, absorbing the essence, essentially, of the prior deity. It's not like how Mystra became suffused with magic by using the essence of 2 slain gods. Bahamut just became the god of dragons instead of being the god of good dragons or metallic dragons. They became the only god of dragons and took the essence into their own, suffusing themselves and becoming synonymous with dragonkind. This manual was written as a legacy for the true depths of power dragonkind can achieve. For the next step up for Riss, your history check, you would know that this text has been rumored about and whispered for millennia. Dragon lords have dominated half of the continent searching for this kind of a tome. For the words to becoming the pure essence and attaining even greater power than dragons already hold. It is about suffused draconic magics, the power that you can achieve through using the blood, the bone, the essence of what these beings are. It is words written by the divinity of dragonkind for making dragons ascend higher. Part of this information is how dragons can attain such high magical power. It has become suffused into draconic culture, the wealth, the greed, the building of hordes, and how that generates power, and how they can suffuse this strange natural magic from accumulated power and use that in their presences, how their beings, how they learn to shape their environment around them to better suit their inborn apex predatory power. And then Vuno, you would know that after this text was lost, it has been not bits and pieces of its knowledge have popped up throughout the millennia. And it's one of the most sought after pieces of draconic lore that there is. It's just, this is a physical piece of a god. And this man's been hiding it in his basement.
Wouldn't it be funny if we'd accidentally set off a fireball? You know, like last time.
We wouldn't have gotten through that 5-foot tall thing of rock.
Enjoy the humor of it. Shush.
I don't think that the tomb would even be affected by flame. This is a holy relic.
That is not every day you get to see something like that.
Those guys are crazy.
No, if the 8 dragon eggs or a headache, this is
problematic.
This is
Extremely.
This takes priority over, for now. This takes priority over the mission that we currently have.
Less interestingly, on his desk, you would also, along with all of the engraving tools, you would also find the Dragon Wizard's spellbook, as a manner of speaking, as well as his tools for engraving and how he did his instructions for how to hide carve.
I'll definitely be. Yep. Mm-hmm.
These books are huge too. These are like giant tomes, where you're like two hands like flipping pages. Just one to.
I got a shit fuck ton of gold right now.
I'm saying they're huge in the size, like physical size, because they're made for like a dragon to be able to flip through like a resource textbook.
Are they like 50 pounds?
Probably, yeah. They're probably hefty books.
Oh no, Riz, you can't carry it.
Pick it up,
asshole.
you just can't carry it for like a distance. They'll become encumbered.
Baby strapped to the front, book the size of a fucking great shield on his back, like pure nerd power.
The Inheritors of the First World is also a similar size too, right?
Oh yeah, huge. Yeah, this
Do we
book
think
is.
that it was Calvas's book, or is it more likely it was Isildur's?
Judging from the size of the chamber, Isildur wouldn't have fit down here, but the cave itself she probably fit in, the one that you guys entered through into the tower here. But it is safe to assume that maybe they both learned from it.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
Just to take some time and figure out like some true answers. Can I identify the holy relic book. I want to see if it has anything other than literally just being a piece of god flesh on it.
Sure. What are you looking for with the identify spell? What
I'm
exact
looking
information
for-
are you looking for? Is for like
So the thing that crosses Riss's mind, and he doesn't necessarily say it out loud, but it's his concern is, would this count as enough of Bahamut's latent divinity to, if she isn't one already, make Ith an actual capital
so
G?
yes. So it is of the dragon god's flesh, but it does not contain its power and knowledge, and it is a magically imbued artifact, but it is not divine
a spark.
spark. Yes, it is not. It's his knowledge and power, but it's like the divine knowledge that it's like god tier level information that it's like if you just fucking started reading this aloud, you'd fuck yourself, right? Like
Mhm.
it requires like study and understanding and like measured pace, otherwise you will just fuck yourself up. Like it's like that, it's that level of like you need like ascended power level to start tackling before it'll just like wreck you. It's not his divine spark. The knowledge that it could gain would be imperative to her dominion and would set her and her followers on a new course of apex predator power.
Riss just like comes out of taking some time to grasp all of that and just that's a lot. Are you going to give up the town for this? Or we, rather? Just kind of looks at Vuna.
Bruno is staring at this too. Kind of has a
I
hand.
think it would be worth it. And honestly, anyone be damned. This is the discovery of an age.
Certainly, I think no matter what our priority should be, just to in as timely manner as possible.
This is a lot more important than land. The land can come later at any time.
I'm in agreement.
Was that a little far away? I couldn't hear you.
I'm in agreement with this. Is its seat Bahamut?
Yes.
Fuck.
That is like the capital city where people go to like get her attention. She typically flies further north to a temple she has up in the mountain range. Beyond that,
So she's mostly found over here.
yeah,
That's so.
that's a pilgrimage people make. They go to Bahamut and then they hike the rest of the way.
We'd be betraying the dragon we had an agreement with if we left as well.
The agreement with the dragon was to provide safety and succor. Done by other members of its holy honor. It would stick to the word of the agreement, but it would.
I mean, I can. Right now, I could tell Grim of this.
If this is a big enough discovery, if they want it now, they can have someone teleport down here and pick it up themselves. Why would they want to risk us physically ferrying it all the way up there?
kind of nods to that and says, "It is. We would have to be assured of the one who delivered it. This is a item that is of importance enough that if another dragon was to see it before it, the temptation therein might be great to make use of it for their own. And I wonder if that same temptation might also strike the hearts of the mortals that serve her.
They don't have to know what it is. They open it, they get killed.
Stipulations such as this would need needed to be made. I think I will have to ponder the best way to get this to her. I have some ideas, but I'm thinking that the worst possible plan is for us to deliver it in person. I agree. It take too long would be too much of a risk. If we can find a trusted ally to deliver it securely, then I think that is what we need to do. We should be spending what resources and energy that we can now to make sure that it is delivered to her. Vuno kind of blinks for a moment in like shock because, like, you know, his mind's just racing at the possibilities of this artifact, and then he kind of like looks to Day and then kind of like blinks once, then twice, and like kind of like shakes his head and says, "We have a platinum dragonborn. You can send word to word directly." No bet.
You're funny. Anyway, so Day kind of just like looks towards Bruno for a moment, and then his eyes kind of shift towards the ground, kind of looking at his feet, and he goes, "I haven't heard or felt their presence in quite some time."
What?
Sorry. What?
What?
Everyone gets the Metal Gear Solid.
Ba-ding!
So Day kind of like moves his eyes up and scans the room, scanning like from member to member to member, and he goes, "Ever since we stepped foot into that portal to hell, nothing."
Wait, you went?
Vuno learns the
portal?
party went to hell.
Another round of
Everyone else, shit.
shit.
Wait,
Hey, I did it just to stop the horde.
I did not do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
We all stare at you.
The kids when they're all when they're in trouble, they're like, "Ooh, if I'm going down, you're coming with me." Ooh.
Bruno like starts to laugh, not like questioning, more of like, "Oh, that's what your face looks like when you lie."
Mental note for later.
Let's
no.
remember some deception on here. 24, fuck you.
I don't believe it.
You
So-
do
You
disadvantage
missed-
while I'm staring you down.
DC of 35.
I got a fun question for you, God.
Yeah, what's up? I've got fun answers right now.
As a spellcaster recruit of
Uh-huh.
this army,
Mm-hmm.
would I have been given information at any point to be like, "Hey, if you ever need to get back here in a hurry, and you ever get to that level,
Are you asking if
Is
you
there a
have
chance-
teleportation circles saved?
if I
For-
have just coordinates for any of the like,
When you learn the spell, you get a coordinate, don't you?
yeah, but I'm wondering if there's like I'm hoping for like a Bahamon, not something easy."
How would be that cool?
So that would be information that once you've shown the aptitude for said spell,
then they give it to you.
then you would be able to request it, and then they'd have to be like, because right, that's a big piece of information that if you wanted, you
A
could
lot.
teleport a fucking army into wherever their hub is. So that's information that it's like, hi, I'm, sorcerer or wizard for, squad X. Like, you'd have to submit paperwork, approvals from your higher ups, approval from their boss, and then you'd requisition that information to be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to be just carrying this information around with me. Like, right? So that's like closely guarded military secrets. So you personally wouldn't have that. Just because, right, that's a seat of power that they have, that if Malkavia got that, they could just beam an army in a matter of moments. They could just...
I mean, beam an army in, that's not necessarily accurate to what the spell does, but
you
yes.
can move up to 10 people.
If you got enough people who can do
Get
it.
enough wizards, yeah. Get enough people or stockpile enough magical items that can do it. Throw, 50 people into your major hub of transportation.
No heads up.
I mean, I had an idea for what I wanted as my 5th level spell, but
Also, teleportation circle, you can also target those locations with just basic teleport too.
yeah.
The circle is just a target point. So if it's not even just if they know teleportation circle, it's if something knows teleport, they could teleport shit to it.
Yeah.
So it is closely guarded. It's not something you couldn't get, but it is something that you would not currently be in possession of.
Indeed. Cool. While everyone else is debating what to do about the day thing, I am going to send a message, like walk away a little bit and send a message to Grim.
Day, what do you, continue with your tale? And your fallout.
So, upon entering that portal, it seemed like the presence connection had faded. And to this day, I feel as if it's been severed. Alternatively, I guess not alternatively, but I guess in tandem with that, I feel a certain level of automation removed. And I feel like my actions are more my own.
You've gained free will then.
Something of the sort.
There's obviously still some kind of connection. You've still been using your magic.
Yes, but my direct line of contact is it's gone.
So you would have to make use of normal means, such as a sending spell. Well,
Done.
I would say that in this instance, though concerning that your disconnection is, perchance it is something to do with having traversed to another plane of existence.
Something of the
Maybe the connection that you had with it was not designed for such a maintenance. Maybe has to be reforged. Such would be occurred if its presence was felt. I think you could take some words of comfort from that. You're obviously still a cleric of it. Those powers have not left you. Her blessing and favor is still upon you. One of her chosen. I would say that since we have found this, send a message to her. Let her know that we have it and what her orders are. Apprise her of the situation, as it were. And note that we are only making this direct inquiry because of the nature of this relic.
Okay, so what else should I say? I feel like that is kind of important.
While I am your commanding officer, the Therian Zolfroth, you in this sense have more insight than I. She's your creator. We're a dragonborn, closer to her than I will ever be in terms of a draconic mind. I have told you the important pieces. I think I leave it in your hands to formulate.
Brain empty, brain empty, brain empty.
I love the whole idea of that. I'm your dad, but you are much closer to your mother than I will ever be because I only fuck the shit out of her. You are of her blood.
What?
That's you lost me there.
I don't think I'm his dad.
No,
and I
it's
don't
just-
think I fuck him.
No. That's the kind of thing where it's just like, I have devoted a lot more time than we think that you have been around to this cause, but you make the fucking choice of how to handle this. Young person, go for it. It's just interesting.
Vuna believes in his insight more than his Vona's. He's a cleric, and that's what he's supposed to be able to do.
He's a cleric, and that's what he's supposed to do. God, are you there?
Are you there?
I'm here. I was cackling at the stepdad the stepdad pep talk, like, hey sport, you know, I fuck your mom, but you probably understand her better than I do.
What a wild thing to
I was
say.
just dying.
What's worse, dude, is like my dad has said that.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh at your pain, but
Yeah, my dad hates my mom, but like,
Oh.
dog, I feel that one. I feel that one.
yeah, yep.
Sorry, what was the question? I was dying.
It was hello God, it's me, Datherian.
It's me,
Ah.
Aetherian. Can you hear me? I wish to deliver a message that
Are you casting the sending spell, or are you just trying to reach out through your divine connection?
I'm just gonna try to reach out for now. and if
Reach
that don't
out
work,
and touch faith. Okay, give me
reach
a
out and touch faith.
give me a number between 1 and 20.
17.
Wow, you hit it. Holy shit.
Woo!
I was just like casual roll, and you hit it. Well, okay, well,
Final
shit.
Fantasy 17.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've been hearing great things about Final Fantasy 16. Today's stream brought to you
Great.
by not affiliated. Sorry, would love to.
I require.
It is a great
picture of
game, I
this.
am enjoying
Square, hook me up, dog. Square, hook me up. Anyway,
Is it only on the PS5?
no, it's on PC as well, I think.
I'm playing it.
Did I actually fucking nail that?
Yeah, you nailed it. I rolled 17.
That's fucking disgusting.
so yeah. How are you reaching out to Mummy Dearest? How are you?
Mommy, can you hear me? No.
Why are you singing? Why are you singing, my child? What the hell is this?
That's not how we communicate. Oh, okay.
Just show tunes.
Okay. So he's just going to, he's gonna,
Wow, I didn't think that was a word. All right.
he's gonna, yeah. Wow, I really thought that would work. So he's gonna grip his holy symbol, which is laced around his neck. It's hanging from like a leather kind of necklace. He just kind of grips it in his hand, and he closes it. You see his eyes come to a close, and he kind of just pops his neck for a second as he's like getting preparing himself. He's like, "Oh, this could go one way or the other."
So as you grip your holy symbol, focus, and then pop your neck, your eyes flitter open, and you're back in those white halls again. The large figure of your mother stalking in the background as she's perusing over her battle maps.
Wow, I didn't really think that would work. I mean,
Kind of like turns and looks. Datherian, you've returned. Kind of like look at yourself, and you're kind of faded around the edges Like as you look down at like your hands, like the image is kind of faded. You're like kind of semi-transparent. You're like you're pretty solid.
You're pretty okay, I guess.
Yeah.
My
My child, you've returned.
I never planned to leave.
Yes, I'm
Um,
meaning to ask, what the fuck?
See, what happened was, there was this portal to
The whole room just
hell.
kind of like shifts and slides, and you're back looking over that map with all the tethers. And you can see she just like picks one up that's literally just like cut clean. Like the other ones like got like faded and dark where they're like that they're like still connected, like essentially like on the map like corpses. Like she could pick it up and be like, look, there it is. It's laying there. And show it to you, like those two dead cords that she showed you. She picks one up that's just completely cut and severed, still glowing like an umbilical cord connection of divine energy. But as she like picks it up, it just goes nowhere on the map. She's like, "You're literally off map, child. Where have you gone?"
Well, you see,
What had happened was.
what had happened was, and he just starts to kind of explain because it's been a while, or
Yeah,
what
it's been
seems like a while.
Yeah, I was like, it's been like a week since this has occurred.
Right, but now it feels like it's been forever to him.
Yeah. It feels like it's been months.
Do you mind if I just kind of like?
Oh yeah, extrapolate.
Obviously.
Yeah. Extrapolate, speedrun, catch up. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, it's just like it's a montage of him talking to me. You know? So kind of what happened is we ended up fighting some of our own kind, or your own kind, some that have turned their backs towards you, and it led us on a path to another, to a resting place, I guess, rather, of what was their name again? Because there was two. There's the main and the former.
Big old Isil'Dora.
Isil'Dora, and then the I'm sorry, I forget the main one's name. I'm really bad with names.
Oh, Cythrix?
Yeah, Cythrix. So we, after engaging in a battle with Cythrix, we happened to come upon the final resting place of Isil'Dora, which seemed to be tainted with necromantic energies, and along with some after beating Cythrix, and what Cythrix had changed into, we had found ourselves in custody of 4 eggs, and now as what's it's 8 eggs. I apologize. eight eggs. We've become in custody of 8 eggs, and of Cythrix and Isil'Dora, we assume, and now we have found ourselves in a it was a cave, right?
Basically, it's you've gone a floor down in this tower. So basically, inside the cave, you found like a large pool of like clear water that ran around the whole side of this tower that you couldn't see the bottom.
But
And at the center of that, there was this large tower kind of sticking out the ground, like a floor and a half sticking out with like the roof caved in. When you got inside of that tower, you found the treasure. You found this big like church hallway, essentially large columns covered in these black mushrooms. That's where you would have had your second boss fight, but you guys skipped that. You found some annoying purple mushrooms that didn't really hinder you much because there was nothing slowing you down. But in the back of that, you found at the center of the tower, you found this big stockpile of all the treasure with all the eggs going down a floor because the tower has sunk into the ground because it's so swampy. On the second floor is where you found that in the like basement, sunk into the floor, basically.
okay, so in that tower, we happened to come across this this book. Well, it was covered in draconic runes, which happened to be bound in the skin of a dragon, of the flesh of a dragon. It seems to be a piece of divinity that I fear it could be cause for a cataclysmic event.
What does the flesh of this book you mentioned? What does it look like, child?
I won't lie. I had gotten sidetracked in that moment of description.
It is carved from Bahamut's flesh.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
yeah,
Grandpa.
It's Grandpappy. Well,
The
it
name
seems
is
to
the
be-
Inheritors of the First World.
the inheritors of the first world.
She just kind of stops, drops the cord, slides the map, and the whole room just shifts. Just. You found what?
I'm sorry.
You found what, my child? The inheritors. Kind of, you hear like the heavy claw hit the floor as she begins to rise. You found the book, The Inheritors of the First World.
His head kind of just dips down, like
Just like rising up, her presence is beginning to like glow with divine power.
he would nod and he said, "Well, yes, my goddess. It seems to be that way."
She just kind of seeps, and you can see like her wings like unfurl, and you can see just divine energy like seeping out from her wings, just like in a flood, like filling the room. Gets brighter.
So she just looked like Nicol Bolas at this point.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, just full on. Yeah, big old dragon god, just like radiating power, just kind of looking over to you. My child, you must bring that book north.
No,
Forget
where?
any mission. You must get me that book. I will send divine messengers. And she just like, the room shifts again, and you see that she like reaches a claw out to this like large golden orb, and she sinks her claws into it. You can feel something in the back of your brain kind of tingle a little bit. She pulls it out, and you just see like a gateway open, and you see below like a retinue of angels, like different military troops and armies. And she goes, "To all of my faithful..." Vuno, you hear at the back of your mind something's touching your brain. And the voice of the goddess rings out. "To all
Falls
members
to a knee.
of my armies, an artifact of great power has been discovered. I am sending agents to collect any and all who have any information or who are reached out to or beseeched for aid is to use every resource in their power to get this artifact to me directly. I summon forth my hunters, the artifact seekers, and all of my divine agents. Seek out the D Squad and collect what we need. They have the artifact. Do anything in your power to assist them. That is all." And silence falls over. She looks at you, Day, and she goes, "My messengers will move swiftly to try and track you down, but I cannot currently see you. The fort that you occupied, are you able to return there?
Yes,
Are you in any immediate danger with the artifact?"
it doesn't seem to be such.
Good work, my child.
You see, like a hat, his tail almost wags. A little bit.
You get one head pat from Mother. Boop.
He knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah. with that day. Yeah, is there anything else you need to tell your mother before you are flung full force back into your body?
I don't think so. Is there you got what? Is there anything that I don't know. I don't think so.
Right. So yeah, as she tells you that you've done good work, she kind of like reaches out and gives you like one little affirmative head pat. As you do, your whole body is like flung backwards, and you like slide across the room, like full force.
All right, I will run today.
He just so they kind of just like clatters to the ground. His armor heavy, like it, just I guess metallic noises scraping against each other as he rattles against the ground. He just kind of like his hand immediately reaches up to his head, and he just looks up to. I almost said Arbiter.
Arbiter with like 4 fingers of whiskey.
Yeah, the words Arbiter almost just came out of my mouth. He looks up to Arvar, and he goes, "She's been well informed.
Did it
We
go
should."
bad? Good? Look bad.
Well, his eyes kind of flash over towards the artifact, and he goes, "Well, we are to bring that north, and that is an immediate order."
You will? I'll do that.
Yeah, Vuno, who has like the minute the presence touched the back of his mind was like kneeling, kind of rises from his position and says, "Right, we have our orders. They're made very clear. We'll return to Fort Graham with all due haste. Our men who are preparing the fortifications in the old keep can remain doing so. There's no point in sending a missive regarding that. They can conduct as they will. We might even run into our reinforcements that we sent for on the road. They were some months away. We should leave from this place with all speed."
Can we
Wait.
still get the gold?
Considering that is not it's in the hole and is not slowing down our speed, that is fine. We have a cart for the eggs, so they can be brought to. But we must leave. Vinol kind of looks at the book one more time, and then will hoist it out from beneath the kind of reverently, reach down and pick it up. There's a moment where his hands touch the scales, where like he pauses and just kind of tries to remember that touch, remember the feel of that for as long as he can, before turning back and placing the book into the portal hole.
I would say if we are leaving right after we're done here, we might want to let our informants that we've met here know at least.
We can send word once we have a moment's rest. Detherian, I imagine you not have many more sendings available. Maybe in the morning. You can send word to our soldiers that are creating the fort. And to our
Holy shit! I forgot about that.
and to our contacts within Fravuflen.
I have the capability to do all of that right now for you.
Please do so. Explain that we will be returning, but an urgent issue has come up, and we will be contact silent for at least 2 weeks. Things are going well. Pause. Not contact silent, but we will be not in the area for at least 2 weeks, if not more. Plans are continuing apace as of now. Something to that effect. Let this be out of here.
You want me to tell them to stay? Not to meet us.
They do not have enough time. They will not meet us. There are dozens. There are almost 100, 200 men They're already making their way through difficult terrain. We are 5. We will travel faster without them. They should continue creating the fortification, as that will still be needed in times to come.
So, as
Uh,
you guys prep and do your haste.
but before that, because I did get a message off to Grim.
Yeah, what did you say to Grim before?
the thing. I DM'd you. It's in there.
Oh,
Counted,
excellent.
ready to go.
Oh, you
It
fucking.
looks super treasonous now. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I sent it before the order changed,
and
it
I
was
didn't know you. And you
great.
kind of stepped away. You did it
Yeah.
without me. Yeah.
Yep, sure did. But
I don't think anybody
assume
knows you did this.
I assume Grim is also someone who would have gotten this message to the back of their head.
Grim is.
Kind of became a moot point. Out of character, because
Nope.
I mean we can all hear that, right? Everybody wants to know, right?
Well, come up if it comes up. All right. So yeah, we get the fuck out of here. Say goodbye to the Red Dragons and then GTFO.
So,
Yeah.
are you giving are you leaving any loot for those dragons?
I think the deal was we killed the guy.
Not only that, but their loot is their lives.
No.
You did save 2 of their lives.
Yeah.
I feel like we should keep them with us if they want, because they're not they're basically not allowed back with their group.
Yeah. Well, they're going off on their own. I know that they're not. They didn't get banished. The whole group just voted not to help. But then they were
Yeah.
like, "We're gonna help anyway." They
Yeah.
can go back. It's like they were like, it's just that it wasn't like we didn't get all the assistance that we
Yeah.
could have.
We didn't get permission to leave. We were told, "I see you, bitch, don't do it," and then I did it anyway.
Yeah, which is I
That's
think they'll
one of
get a
those-
scold.
I think for Riss, just as a person, it'd be like we can't just leave them to
Their own devices.
like come on, man.
But they all have their plans. They're going to different places.
I
like
know
each of them
they're
have
all
their...
they're all planning to leave. I know, Commander. I know, but leaving them here or there with their group is not the safest place they could be.
Going there and back
for
again.
leaving.
All right. Cinder Augusto, I know you're going to Valor in the Red Knight come the Day of Dragons, but what were you going to do from now until then?
Hunt. Secure our routes.
Okay, so at that point they start talking, and Riss just like face palms a little bit and just keeps laughing. Like, fuck it, I tried.
Adraxis, I don't know exactly where you're going. Are you staying? You're not leaving the. Are you not leaving Malkavia Drakovia?
I plan to go to Valor as well, but
all right.
seeing the events of the last few days, of the last few hours, I think I'm going to sign up.
With well, it is a calling that makes sense when it is experienced at first hand. I understand how one can be moved in those times, and obviously you're always welcome.
Well, I did
and-
also die, and you kind of resurrected me, so I feel like
Yeah. So Bruno will nod to that and say, "We'll look to Draxus and say, well, then Fort Grim is as good as place as any. It is where we'll be heading to sign with it." He'll look to Gusto and Cinder and say, there is an open invitation also, considering that you do not have to sign with it, but you have aided us in these endeavors these last few days, and I would imagine that her protection during the Day of Dragons would be extended to you if you were to also come to Fort Grimm, with no added expectation.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check. And I'm going to give Gusto
That one. So let me. Yeah. So there would not be any expectation.
Could I have helped him?
Nope, not anymore.
I was like, you can.
Yeah,
I'm giving.
too late.
I was like, I'm giving Gusto disadvantage on this check because you guys did say you did bring him back to life as well.
Y'all gotta throw out those helps quicker.
I know.
All right, let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay. What's your total, Dylan?
10.
Oh, cool.
I also love that Vuno just like makes promises that
He
in
has.
reality probably can't keep.
I can keep it.
I mean, it's not like in true fashion, it wouldn't necessarily be your call, right? In the end.
Yeah, but Vono said, I imagine, so he's covered.
Loopholes.
Fair enough.
What a
Gotta
I'm not a
love
dick. I'm just,
lawful.
I'm a straight shooter.
If you take him too literally, it's your fault.
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
lawful.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So, with that,
Not good.
Gusto just kind of like, he makes a good point. I believe I should join too. Instead of just like, looks at both of them, just like, I mean, we have wormlings to estate whatever you do. You do our lost causes. I appreciate the offer, and maybe after the Day of Dragons, but as of now, I still have a clutch. He just kind of looks at the other two. Still have a clutch to help escape with their lives. The other two just kind of look at us sideways, like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." After the Day of Dragons, and it just kind of like rolls his eyes at the other two. It's just like, I cannot fucking believe you two. Those two are drinking the Kool-Aid. They are ready to sign up right now. They're like, give me the paperwork. Let's go. Basic?
Right.
Yeah. Cidra's just like, guys, we have a job. We have babies.
Hey, 2 out of 3 is pretty good. So we'll leave with Adraxis and Gusto.
Yeah, and I would tell Draxus, I was kind of put in the same situation as you, thrown into this group randomly, and I kind of liked it.
Oh, you died too?
Oh, I didn't. Well.
Welcome to the D Squad Invitational. Life 2 belongs to the D Squad.
Yeah. He's like, no. Well, after, yes, but that was my own.
You know, ever since I joined up with the D Squad, I've done a lot more dying.
Yeah.
But did you die? Yes,
It only
actually.
go up. It only goes up from here.
No.
Yes.
How
Yes.
about no? All right. Well, yeah. So, yeah, you can
2 out of
successfully
3.
mark down that you've recruited 2 dragons to the cause.
Huzzah! Welcome.
All right, so we got 2 dragons to travel with.
We're better than the other squads.
That's pretty. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're so much better than the other squads if we can get out of here alive with this book.
Yeah.
then
We're better
since-
than all the other squads.
And
I didn't
since-
even go so far as to say.
since they said it, there's definitely in whatever scenario Arbisher's in, like he just kind of like gets that
Arbiter
message.
gets a ping.
and it's just
Fuck.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Arbiter
you don't know it's Bahamut related because she said it's just like a really important relic.
Arbiter
Yeah.
hiking through the fucking desert. Just, God fucking damn it.
Yeah,
I knew I should have stayed.
it's like,
You
well,
see-
there goes our mission. We got to go home, boys. Let's go.
You look up to the horizon. There's that like faded version of Vono up there, just cold stare looking at you.
Like imagine crossed arms.
Just fucking a goddamn picture, and underneath it just says "Employee of the Month." Like,
Yeah, just the only thing he does is just like move his shoulder so you see the captain epaulet just a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, if you guys via dragon flight just go straight home,
Yeah.
you could probably move, if they keep a relentless pace, you're looking at like a week.
Yeah. A brutal week of travel.
A brutal week of get on dragon, fly at a straight line north.
That's what we're doing.
Your danger spots are this first fucking 3 or 4 days right here.
And then hopefully it's
This
smooth
is where
sailing.
you could get jumped.
That's all right.
and having dragons is gonna make it a little bit easier.
A little bit more
The only
apparent.
things that are gonna want to jump us are gonna be able to be dragon jumping.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
assholes. The assholes that specialize in dragon jumping, yes.
Yeah, let's
So,
do it.
I hope and they can't fly at least
with
that we've seen.
That I've
Vuno's-
seen. Hey, what's that?
Vuno's
This is a
permission.
trebuchet that we put people in.
Oh, no.
Insane strat.
With Vuno's permission, it turns into okay. I tell the troops to stay, build their shit, and all of that.
I love him.
I let the young. I cannot remember her name.
Come on.
Fucking, what is her name?
You got this. I believe in you.
Go rewatch Castlevania. That'll help you remember.
Oh, right.
On.
I'm gonna look it up. Fuck you.
Josephine Belnades.
There we go. Good old Josephine, and let her know. Hey,
Hey, something's come up.
it's there's a we have to leave. There's been a big change of plans. We have to leave. I can't give you more information than that.
Plans are still in motion.
We're keep going, but we have to leave for a minute.
Her and her two kobold guards.
What about our ships and whatever that we're gonna transport about?
And then I was about to say,
That's-
and then I have to message Thirst.
Well, I think that's frankly that timeline hasn't changed yet because it's that was months away. Like that was like a
Yeah.
month and a half away.
Yep.
So if this is resolved relatively quickly, then we're fine. We really don't have to change much with Thirst.
Well, we don't have to tell Thirst then.
Yeah, we don't have to tell Thursday if we need to. We could tell Thirst the day before, like plans off, and then
Yeah.
She got a down deposit.
Mhm.
Down the
Yeah,
road.
she had her down deposit exactly.
She did get the deposit. Oh, forgot. All right,
yeah.
so
Yeah, do I get my gold back?
No.
Yeah.
Non-refundable.
I also want to make sure that we didn't leave it there. But Big
Leave
Dragon
what there?
Spellbook is with the
Yeah, you've
fancy
got it.
book, right?
I thought you were carrying it and reading it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah,
Sit in the back of the cart with it.
yeah. You're you're on babysitting duty with the dragon eggs.
Perfect. Reading and
Love it.
babysitting dragon eggs. I love it. I
feet
spend
kicked up on
all-
one egg, just a book propped against the whole back of the cart. Just
Yeah.
takes 2 hands. He has to stand up with both hands on it to turn the page. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So once we get into like more friendly territory, that is what I spend my days doing, and I will spend whatever amount of gold to get all of those secrets in my book.
Secrets.
Secret tunnel.
If we're doing a little bit of downtime while we're traveling, guys,
I don't know if
is
it's
that what we're doing right now?
downtime.
It's not downtime, but I would like to read through the Malkavian battle texts.
Sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult on the back of a flying dragon, but yeah, you can do it.
Then I won't do it.
I was like, it's just
Okay.
gonna be because you're holding like a stockpile of like loosely compiled papers and you're flying like
Yeah, I'll save it for
35
downtime.
miles an hour in the air. Just
That's not realistic. That's
Yeah.
fair.
We're not doing like
My-
full march the entire we're not flying through the night every night. We're stopping at some point.
No,
so we'd
because
have
the
time to
dragons will
read.
die.
The dragons,
Yeah.
yeah, cannot push themselves like that.
Yeah, we're not like we don't have relay horses.
Can I do a badass riff on the back of a dragon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But what riff is it?
I don't fucking
Pick,
know.
pick one from real life.
Yeah, find a riff.
It's
So.
Whom the Bell Tolls.
All right, how's that go?
Bana.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a better one for you. Definitely. It's definitely the opening riff from the Trooper.
All right.
It's definitely an Iron Maiden opening riff.
Let's
something that
see.
like has like.
Let me
galloping
figure
sort of
out
thing.
where my dragon hunters are real quick, you guys. See if you guys get jumped.
They're in Frauenflen having pineapples.
On
Another-
One of them might be
Other
having a
pizzas.
pineapple fucking drink, but fucking the dangerous ones aren't. Alright, that's a 19 and a 10. Let's see, on my chart, where does that put them?
have pineapple.
Yeah, message the troops. They're all getting massacred.
What do the troops respond?
That's just counts as one word. So that's 24 left.
Dear God, help.
Deep breath intake. Deep breath in again.
23 more of those.
Yeah, just screaming. Sarah, the army's been routed. We're getting fucked out here. Hi, this is Jeff. I'm intercepting the spell signal here. We're getting fucking hammered.
I stuck my head in between you two. Getting some of the psychic waves. I got my tinfoil hat on.
So as you message the troops, what do you say? What are you telling the troops at the other place?
The troops
At
that are
the
building
old
encampments.
vampire villa.
Yeah. Station. Build fortifications. Don't leave. Commander Vuno's direct orders.
Yes, sir. Orders to be followed, sir. Encountered minor resistance. Cleaning up the problem, sir.
Trust their initiative.
Hold on.
That's Dylan. What? Yeah.
Wait, what? And then Chris is just like, he sighs for a second, and he messages back, and he's like, "What do you mean minor resistance? What's going on?"
Unsure at this time. Mostly handful of undead, armed and armored. Seems like something in the town doesn't want us there. We're handling it, sir. There you go, 25.
We never
We're
did
late.
deal with the undead. They were kind of just doing their thing, kind of.
Yeah, but the undead that were left in the mansion weren't armed and armored.
Yeah, they were.
No, they were all dressed as butlers. All the ones you left alive were butlers.
Uh,
Yeah.
Fine.
that'll be fine.
They said they're
And
gonna
they also have like 200 men coming to reinforce
Yeah,
them.
they have a lot of
do-
people. It's gonna be
I don't think they do now.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, Riss doesn't know this, but out of character, everyone was told.
Yeah, but like the
this
angelic,
team.
relic
the
hunters,
connected
not
people.
Like the not
the
common
connected
soldier.
people. Your average soldier did not get that call. Just
Yeah.
like in your group, Vuno and Datharian were the only two that heard that.
Yeah, none
The rest of
you
y'all
guys
didn't get shit.
Alright.
Everyone freak out.
I do relay that to Vuno though. Like, hey, they have something going on.
I think Vuno like Vuno doesn't. Vuno's not like Vuno kind of does look concerned. Like that's not good. But at the same time, he's like, we got to get to Fort Grim. Like we got like my hands are tied here.
All right.
Like I can't
So-
help him.
So, your first day of travel is
Oh, shit.
uneventful as you
Yay.
make your way north. So you guys are in the center of the swamp. You went to fly. You get
No
2 hexes
ogres.
because you're flying.
Good.
Day 2,
There's two of me.
Nice.
Jesus.
it's the backup that she doesn't tell you about. She keeps a closet full of you.
You have a clone.
And-
she cast clone on you.
Turns out
What do you mean there?
your day 9.
Oh shit! Hey, he
Oh,
plays good
no.
magic.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to turn Dylan on to day 9. All right, day 2, uneventful. Day 3, a familiar sight to everybody but Riss, as
Mm,
an angelic figure meets you
David.
guys mid-flight path.
Ah,
a
is this
pair of them.
literally? Is it like missing finger? Oh, just okay. So
It's-
it's,
it's
similar in the
the-
sense of an angel, not like the
It's
actual.
it's
our angel.
specifically the Deva and Authority.
Oh shit!
Well,
so,
Riss knows about authority. Riss was there.
so this is Talmarin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Vona will hail them in Celestial.
It's the Deva approaches. You see Authority has their blade drawn and they're just like hovering like in a perimeter. They're just like floating about. They're just like watching.
That's a bit unnecessary. But...
I mean, that is pretty. Vuna will say in Celestial, hail and well met. Hail and well met. It is good to see proper servants of Ith in the skies that she holds sway in. We are making our way to Fort Grim unless she has other intentions for us.
We have Talmarin speaks to you and says in Celestial, we were dispatched, but we knew the closest coordinates to reach you. We've started around where we left and have just kind of been spiraling outwards from here, hoping to intercept at least part of your flight plan. They just kind of like look you over and they go, there is a small army amassing at Fort Grim. We're bringing in a handful of very heavy hitters to transport the tome from Fort Grim, so we will be traveling with you and collecting a couple. And she kind of like looks down at the ground and gestures, and you can see like glittering lights across the grounds as a fleet of troops in platinum armor, about 25 people riding unicorns or below.
the fuck?
Cool. Hey, this is it is. Vono's like it's like Vono's like very proud, like seeing like 2 angels, the unicorn squadron. It's like because we fight for the whole. We're the holy army, guys. Huh? Come on. Like we're fighting vampires. Like
Laugh
fucking
begins to
people
sweat.
eat other people. Like
I
bad
love it,
dudes.
yeah. I love it.
I love it.
Laugh goes into their bag and pulls out the I'm on its team t-shirt, the college t-shirt.
Yeah.
And just so they
Like,
don't forget.
tying a ribbon around Laugh's arm, like the do not kill, like friendly.
Without even knowing it, like that he's really doing it, you see him just kind of like his entire appearance just tries to shifts into a very average peasant dude. Like,
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
I can now cast disguise self at will.
Oh, that's so
Handful
funny.
of them
You
have
look
true sight though.
like- Oh
I
my
think
god.
at the same time, like Riss just kind of looks. It's like, yeah, that seems about on par.
Alright, cool. So we've got a big escort now to Fort Grim, and then I imagine they'll portal us from Fort Grim to somewhere else. But yeah.
Yeah, so the rest of your couple of days are almost uneventful. Give me a perception check for the squadron. Whoa, burn shit myself.
Not just
every-
one, or
You mean everybody?
Yeah, everybody can give me a perception check.
That's
Four.
right.
Boom.
Oh, that's correct.
I'm
15. I'll put it in the chat.
too busy playing my guitar.
Drinking whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Here, open up that portal hole real quick.
Yeah, Laugh is just in the portable hold.
Wait, can we vibe in the portable hole if it's
I
just
mean,
As long as you leave it open
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it doesn't become unlodged, because then you guys start
We can
suffocating.
vibe in there for a couple minutes.
There's only air for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah,
bring up a
couple
glass.
Does Laugh need a breathe?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the
Hey,
cool
bring
flavor of
glasses down
undead.
there.
Right.
So, yeah, as you guys continue to fly north with a full retinue of people, What did Datharian, what did you get for your perception check?
I got. I thought it was only one person calling for us. So I
Nope,
got
nope.
a
Everybody's
17
rolling to see what anyone can
Seven-
see.
17 plus 8.
Excellent. So, damn. Okay. So, Datharian, a few nights back when you were sitting on top of a mountain staring off into the distance, you noticed a flickering firelight far off into the distance. As you've joined this retinue of dragons flying north at breakneck pace with angels in tow and a fleet of celestial knights below, keeping a safe, like, wedge pattern, like, just barreling north. Far off behind you, keeping a safe distance, you see that flickering firelight following along.
Hey,
Do you point that out to us?
No, fuck you. No, I'm kidding.
oh, all right. I'm gonna dimension door day down, and we're both gonna fall, and I'm gonna cast feather fall myself.
Yeah, but with everyone's rolls, Datharian's the only one that seems to notice it.
Really? What was the DC?
Not 4. 4, 8, 4, 6.
Yeah, you got 4, 8, 6, and 15.
Okay, so
That's not true. The David notices.
the David. So Datharian kind of just like scouring what's ahead of them. Obviously, Can everybody see this massive horde of celestials? They can.
Yes,
everybody
it
can see
is.
that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a flickering light. They can't.
It's
Yeah.
very fucking obvious where we're going.
See. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just make.
It's like from like the distance they're keeping back from you, you're probably talking like a quarter mile back. And you're just like
Right, so,
scanning the area and you're like, this fucking little red dot is following us. Like orange and red dot is
Everybody
fucking
got a
following us.
spyglass?
Yeah,
so
you-
Dave's just gonna kind of go. You guys, you see that? You guys see that over there? That thing's following us?
Huh?
Point it out. You guys can make another check to try and notice it.
Oh boy.
It's far away and it is hard to see. And even when someone pointed out, you're like midday, you're like,
20.
oh, Vuno, you spot it.
Oh, shut
Wait,
it, Dean.
Wait, what?
Lath doesn't see it. Riss can't
God
find
damn.
it.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Wait, so I did.
The two people who might have seen it before, too. Fuck.
Ardavar, you do see it.
Huzzah!
So 19.
Yeah, Riss, you missed it by 1. Yeah,
Jesus.
with the assistance DC, that's how far back it is, and it's a small object.
Yeah. There was a fire. I don't see what the fuck you're talking about, but there was something near us on the mountain before we burnt half of it down.
Wait, you did?
Riss looks at you.
I thought we figured out what happened. I thought we knew what happened
Concentration
at
roll
this
on
You,
point.
you hear a little scribbling as Vuna takes out a notebook.
Riss, you're realizing that this group cannot keep their fucking lies straight to save their asses.
It's not the group, it's Laugh.
It's not the
Yeah,
group,
that's
it's
how I feel
Laugh.
about this.
It's
It was a
literally
royal we.
Laugh.
The dragons were part of that we. It's a royal we.
It's the royal we. The royal we.
All right, Vuno just puts his little book away. Yeah. So having rolled that, can I like roll a check to figure out what it could be? Does it literally just look like a ball of fire?
No, it looks from this far away. It looks like some sort of like metal machine that spews fire.
What the fuck? Like a rocket?
Yeah, you could kind of maybe be confused for that at this distance. Yeah,
All right, Vona will.
but it's
kind
not
of,
like it's not gaining on you. It's keeping that distance. Whatever speed it's going at, it
so
is
some kind of
maintaining
airship.
to follow. No, it's on the ground.
Oh, it's on the ground.
It's on the ground, which is why it's like harder to see because you're like it's fucking
So it's like a metal train, like a rocket. Train
smaller
or
than that.
something.
But yes,
So like a rocket car, like a rocket metal car.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
The fucking hellish motorcycle, maybe.
You should start dropping rocks on it. So Vona will like.
If you want to get closer, you could requisition like a spyglass from someone who might have it. Someone in the army
Yeah,
definitely
Mona
has
will
it. They
call-
definitely have a spotter.
I think Vona will obviously having been pointed this out by Day, and kind of now noticing it, will look over to the Deva, to Authority, who noticed it as well, right?
The David did. Authority missed it by 2.
All right. So Vona will look to Tamriel, and say, I do not think that this is a member of the Holy Army that is making its way following us.
They look over and they go, yes, I know it is not a member of ours. Just gotta like...
It is keeping pace, which suggests it is either...
I don't believe that they will start any trouble. They are just watching.
Who
Happen
is
to have
they,
a spyglass or something of the sort?
Just make 2 circles with your hands and put.
No, no,
them
Authority
going by-
returns from
No,
like the
no,
army
wave.
below with a spyglass.
Yeah, I was about to say wait for one of the Pegasus soldiers. Does this one leave a black circle around?
No, this one was like a
Rosales.
nice military supply, yeah.
Ooh.
Shame.
Yeah, as you look through the spyglass, you can see an individual riding some sort of metal 2-wheeled vehicle that's large pipes ejecting flame from the back as it rides. These large, like, spiked tires that like dig into the ground as it rolls forward.
So it's
Long,
like a leather jacket. with
long
gold.
black cloak jacket of black crow feathers, hair tied back, goggles on, just currently just like at the helm.
It's Baxled on a motorcycle.
I had this character
description
long
one more
before
time?
that motherfucker existed. And I will fight Liam O'Brien to this day.
Wait,
I know.
it's what? Can you get? Wait, I missed it. What? One more time.
Pale human figure, handful of a couple of like chipped face scars, cloak made of black crow feathers like a jacket, belt, knives strapped across the body, long hair tied back, goggles on, hellish motorcycle.
Vona will like.
Something like that.
From an adventure they had to make to
I was
save
just
a friend's
about
soul.
What do
do
they?
that.
What do they look like?
You
Do
just
you want their
describe it.
token?
What? I know. No. I have to do the thing in character.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
got.
you're asking.
Yeah.
What is it, Dotlavar?
He's asking.
He's asking what?
Riz was asking.
You're the one who used the fucking sight glass, didn't you?
Oh wait, I'm confused. I thought Vuno was.
No, I thought you did.
I also thought
Jesus
Vuno was.
It's a comedy of
look,
fucking
I-
errors.
There's a lot of things going on right here. He'll close it. It looks like you said a pale humanoid.
Yeah.
Some sort of pale
Palish
humanoid.
human man, black hair, goggles,
Contraption, black hair.
some sort of metal contraption that spits fire out the back, 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Just zooming
Fire
along.
without 2 wheels. He's right back there. Be honest, it'd be pretty fucking cool to ride those.
It would. I mean, frankly, obviously, I'm always looking to secure another vehicle for the D
You want me to-
squad.
Invisible, fly over there, pop his brains out from 400 feet away.
Just give him, like, a warning
don't
shot.
think.
He's obviously. I do not like that he's following. This is a very secret mission. We're transporting a holy
Luna,
relic.
I feel
Luna,
like we either do
Commander.
kill or just leave him alone.
Commander,
That's true.
You could have the bike though.
are you?
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, friends. Is anyone
Hmm.
familiar with the
Fans.
crow,
The bird?
Yeah, it's
I
bird.
never heard.
the god?
A watcher.
Not really a
not
religious
much.
person.
A watcher of things, not someone who interferes much in
He's not interfering,
Volkovia
he is
and
watching.
Volkovia.
Seems more of a
Something to do
watcher
with-
than an interferer right now. So.
Something to do with potentials.
I think that might
Fate.
be a crow,
Like what? Like a person of his or him?
a person of
Oh.
his, theirs.
Probably don't shoot them in the school. All right.
Probably not. No.
I
You
could
still
do it,
drop rocks on him.
Grandmother used to travel with one specifically.
The grandmother that we.
that you met. Mm-hmm.
Is it
Although he
that one?
watched. I don't know. I can't see him.
Take the fucking spy class.
Yeah.
Take a look. See if I can get it.
Yeah.
You'll
Well,
Extend it out. Yeah, you would have definitely have seen photos of Nate looming in the background of bullshit going on with like family coronations, like grandma's
Summer
wedding photos. There's
vacations.
just Nate in the background. Yes, you would recognize. Like I've seen this motherfucker prowling around
literally,
like castle.
looks through
you know.
it, sees him, sees the shape of his face, and just like puts the spyglass down and is like, and that would be him.
Oh, so, friend, tentatively.
Technically, if I remember correctly, he watches over endings. He looks for the ends of things.
That's fucking ominous.
That's pretty fucking ominous.
It is pretty fucking ominous, yes, I agree.
But I mean, if it is the same light, which I still can't fucking see him over there. I don't know what the fuck you guys are actually looking at.
We pass
If
over
it's-
the spyglass.
If it is the same light we saw on that mountain initially, he's been following us, not the army.
I mean, he just follows generally everything. If I had to guess,
You can only follow one thing at a time. It's still us.
he probably was there to see the end of Cythrix.
We missed that.
Very good at hiding them.
They are very good at hiding.
Oh shit!
So he's a coward.
Oh no, that's not
Uh,
that.
think spy, but not necessarily loyal to any other group. Not necessarily in a way that would.
Not
he
the
would want to
Malkavian.
steal your- Definitely not Malkavian, and most likely not any other body of
Well, seems to
government
be-
or order.
Well, he seems to be in the wrong place then, because Beneath has his tomb. It will not be an ending of any sort, but a new dawn for this land.
Chris just like
That's
looks
the
at
kind
you.
of positivity that gets people killed.
Yeah, that's like kind of the look on Riss's face. Is like, and Riss like pauses for a second and is like, I mean, the end of Malkavia would be a hell of an end to see, and just leaves it at that.
Riss hears in his head, just Riss. I'm worried it's more of the end of if we give her the book.
Riss doesn't like react to it. He just kind of like he drops his little wisdom bomb, or what he thinks is a wisdom bomb, because he's a young kid, he's an idiot, and like just kind of sits back in the cart and like very slowly just kind of looks at you like a casual thing. He makes like deadly serious eye contact with you, and then goes back into reading his book.
All right. I guess we do not drop rocks on him. Keep an eye out for if he gets closer or does anything weird. Let me know.
Talbot just kind of sighs like, there's watchers everywhere, unfortunately.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that motherfucker.
Yeah, watch the Watcher. Hmm?
I'm watching the Watcher.
Well, we know who watches the Watchers.
I'm the
Other
Watcher
Watchers.
There's another watcher watching us watch the watch.
The Watcher. Yes.
You ready?
And off, yeah.
See, that started as a good Watchmen reference, and then it turned into that. Thank you.
Beautiful. Just people and bushes and bushes and bushes.
You know
Just
who watches
forever.
us watching the Watcher, watching the Watchers? The NSA.
Watching, we
That is-
watch.
Beautiful.
So,
All right.
They might be on our ass.
Watching you.
Yeah, is there Watcher fat
watching
stacks?
me.
So, as you guys continue over the next 2 days up to Fort Grimm, completing your journey, there is a retinue of armor-clad angels, flaming blades, weapons of war, armored dragons that glitter with divine energy encircling the fort, a fleet of soldiers is further reinforcing this now massively overflowing keep. The area surrounding the keep is beginning to like warp and change as over the last couple of days the amount of dragons and celestials just descending upon the place, a ripple in the sky above, almost a tear directly to the divine plane as angels just pour and float about.
They threw us a welcoming party.
They begin and wait for your arrival to receive their package prize. If anything else was watching you, it decided not to square up against what it saw.
Goddamn right.
But your watcher, you never lose him. He continues following.
When we get to Fort Grim, does he stay distant or does he like come to us?
He comes closer, but not. He doesn't enter the fort.
All right.
Eventually disappears from the road behind you as you guys approach the fort with your
Did
prize.
the Celestials kill our tavern?
No.
Okay, good.
All right, got it.
The tavern's been closed. No drinking.
We got a new barrel.
All right.
Bring it in. It's only half full. But, yeah.
God, I hope not. That's a lot of whiskey. Straight fucking whiskey neat for that much. God damn. Impressive,
it
but you're
takes-
also gonna
It
die.
takes 10 ounces to get Vono even tipsy, just based on muscle mass. It's fine.
Can I scratch Artavar's name onto the barrel?
Is that just yours?
Well, all right. Well, here. How about I put
Put a
D
big
squad
D. Yeah,
instead?
just put a big D
All right.
squad on it.
This is the D
Yes,
barrel.
D
No
for
one touch the
vegetarian.
D barrel. No, no.
It's a big old barrel of D.
God,
It's just
the
got a
amount
bunch of dildos in it.
Oh.
If you put on your A, if you touch that D barrel.
If you touch that D barrel, then you know what they say.
Get
Um, As you land, Talmriel and the others begin to like separate from you, and you guys are approached by a hulking form of an angel whose wings are made of holy fire. Their armor is singed and blackened from the flames kind of sunbursting off, like it's a silverish platinum with gold gilded edges going up the chest, but the entire like outer edge is singed from the flame of the wings. And they approach, removing their helmet, this flowing dark red hair that again ignites into flames at the tips and begins to like flicker and whip away from the body as they approach, eyes glowing, again filled with this holy flame, an archangel. They await you in the courtyard with a retinue of angelic soldiers. As you all approach and dismount, the dragons are just like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. What the fuck are you
Yeah, they're getting. Wow, they're really.
Damn, that guy's
They're
fucking
like-
covered in armor. They're like staring at the dragons who are like armored to like the like armored core just dragoned out. It's just like adding another 1,000 pounds of metal to a dragon.
It's the best decision ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You thought the dragon landing on you was the problem before. Now it's pointy.
Metal.
Alright.
Must a red dragon.
So-
I think we'll descend, obviously, and land and arraying ourselves in front of this
As you
contingent.
as you all approach, everybody who is everyone who is lawful or good, you get advantage on charisma checks in the presence of this being. If you are neutral or chaotic, you have disadvantage, and I need you to stealthily make me a roll and send me your result of a charisma saving throw.
What am I?
Say that last part again. I'm sorry.
If you are chaotic or evil, not specifically chaotic evil, but if you are chaotic or evil, you need to make a charisma saving throw and send me the results. You don't have to out yourselves, but just PM me the results.
Not outing myself because I don't know if Lath would line chaotic or neutral. He's definitely not lawful.
Yeah, I'd say probably neutral from like neutral good far to web probably.
I don't know if Lath's good.
You are, you aren't.
Oh,
You
I
just
see.
you just got to
So-
message me because you need to make this save.
So you want to look for the second part of you. The second part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you aren't lawful or good, you could be neutral good, you could be lawful neutral, you can be chaotic good. Even if you're chaotic good, lawful evil, any of those. If you are chaotic or evil in either of your categories by your own declaration, make a charisma saving throw and just PM me the results.
I messaged you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my entire Discord fucked up. Hi, I'm back.
Wait, so sorry, I'm really drawing a fucking blank here. Yeah, alignments always fuck up.
Are
So
you?
let's say if you were chaotic good, you still have to roll.
You still need to make the
Yes.
check, yes, because you're chaotic.
Okay, and if you're neutral good, you still have to make the roll.
No, if you're neutral good, you're fine.
Yeah, if you're neutral good, you're fine.
It's only if you have chaotic or evil in your alignment somewhere.
I see. Okay.
And if you're lawful, you get.
If you're on the right or bottom, the right and bottom L of the
Yeah.
chart.
If you're lawful or good, you get advantage.
I see.
On charisma checks, but not the save. Oh, wait.
Mothman's kind of figured out a toy. He's doing it a little backwards, but that's all he ever
I know.
does.
Why didn't it query to go fucking you? God damn it. Oh well.
All right. So, anybody who got under a 20, if you sent me a roll, if you got under
Jesus.
a 20, you are unable to lie to this being. You
Cool.
cannot tell a lie in the presence of this being.
Love
Alright.
it.
It's effectively a zone of truth.
I see.
So, if you sent me a roll and got under that, you can't lie.
Cool.
Love it.
Cool.
All right. So presenting himself in front of this being, Vuno will reach into, taking out the portable hole. Will open it up and then reaching down, lift from it reverently, making sure to kind of, taking a cloak and putting his hands in between the cloak and the book itself, so he's not physically touching it in front of these people.
Mm-hmm.
He will kind of hold the tome aloft.
Armored dragons land atop like the towers and walls around, just kind of supporting half on the walls, just all peering over, staring in. A tiny bird flickers in from the distance, landing on a tower. People stand in awe. Your troops are just like, holy shit. The ones that stayed behind, Vuno, you are impressed to see they are perfectly done. Uniforms crisp, every lines perfect, weapons shined, maintained, the grounds immaculate. I rolled for how well they did their composure. They got a natural 20.
Hey.
So, in your absence, they have maintained a solid fort. Grim is cleaned up. He is shaved. He is in his holy vestments. Looks like he got a full night's sleep, which is probably some sort of either
taken some
magical
drugs.
illusion or he's done something in the lab.
Uppers.
But he looks like he's been getting, the right amount of sunlight, proper
Oh my
exercise. Man,
That crash is gonna be awful.
Man does not look like anything you've seen out of him. He looks like the divine priest that runs a perfectly holy military.
He had a script. He had like a scroll of heal hidden. somewhere.
Greater 3 scrolls of greater restoration later. His divine vestments fully decked out. He comes out with this large staff that's got like Ith's dragon head atop, the wings spread out of like gold and gems encrusted on it as he approaches out, standing next to the angel as you all approach. And he's just like, you can see Vuno in the back of his eyes. The man is like, so fucking goddamn fucking hell. This is supposed to be a low-key job, and I don't want to be here.
I hope they don't find the assistant bodies in the back.
Yeah, the basement door that just has 12 guards in front of it. They're just, sorry, radioactive waste, don't go in here. Like, I signed up for this. I signed up for this fringe job to be a mad scientist, not to have fucking angels on my goddamn. The FBI has rolled up to his house, and he's got so much illegal shit. And he's like, boy, I'm sure glad they're here to not look at my fucking financials. So as you approach, the angel reaches down, takes the book from you. And they speak with a voice that echoes across, and you guys can see the flickering flames of their wings as they flare out when they take the book. And they say unto each of you, "This marks a momentous day for the army. The dragons of Ith are already mighty and immaculate. They are powerful, enchanted and enhanced by the goddess's power. Each of us breathes in fringes of it." And you can see as they say that, like, you can see like on their arms as they like slide their armor off of their arms, you can see dragon scales. Their hands are actually draconic claws. Most of us granted gifts by the goddess, enhanced by her draconic form and blood. We take a new step into a new future. The holy armies gain even more strength. And each of you, as she gazes over the assembled D-Squad, despite where some of you hail and the tribulations that each of you has faced, have proven yourselves tremendous allies of the goddess. And we will see it, that her will and her blessings are bestowed to each of you. She like turns and another angel descends from on high. Full speed, just slams into the ground. Just does it like no 3-point land, just full slams, wings furled, and a just wave of hot steaming air just flares out across the crowd. As they just like take the book from her, and they present her this like long, probably about 8-9 inch haft of a blade. As she takes it and holds it out, you see one of the dragons just lets out a low, rattly breath of flame, and it begins to coil around it, bursting into holy flame going along the blade. And she goes, "Vuno of the D-Squad, present yourself." It's a great sword with this wicked curved tip begins to form of dragon and holy flame.
Yeah, I mean, Vono will, having, knelt to hold the tome up to the angelic form, will rise to stand in front, and then find himself once again kneeling with head bowed.
She flicks the blade up and over the shoulder. "I declare you a draconic knight, and Ith is giving you an opportunity to further your connection to the draconic goddess. A gift rarely bestowed," as she dances the blade over each shoulder and then extinguishes it by driving the blade down in front of you, and a ring of fire begins to encircle you. The goddess offers you, as part of your reward, the gift of draconic blessing, to take on the dragon blood and ascend to a higher power. Essentially offering to convert you into a half dragon.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Put you on the spot. Putting you
Drink
on
that
the
fucking
spot.
Kool-Aid.
Putting you on the spot.
Vuno. There's a lot Vuno could do with the claim of draconic blood.
For better and worse.
For better. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
very.
have dragons have wings too?
I think Vuno.
Do it for the wings. Do it for the fly speed.
Drink that Kool-Aid, buddy.
I have to pull out the manual to double check what that entails when you become a half dragon.
A lot.
Well, take a look. Half dragon PCs.
I think there's a template or something.
A half dragon
Okay.
template. There you go. You have blind sight and dark vision. Your size. I don't think that's accurate. It's like huge. You become a challenge rating 7 or higher, and it's like, I don't know about that.
Oh no, that's the breath thing.
Yeah, that's the half dragon template. Yeah, it's just converting a beast into a half dragon.
Yeah. Vuno, I think at this moment, feeling this holy fire around him, he wants to fall into himself. And as this holy energy begins to like lap at the edges of his being, what he's looking for is the core of the taint, the corruption, the fetid holy essence that stains his soul. And he's seeing what that's doing in the presence of this energy. Is it resisting? Is it not changing at all? Is it
The the flames flickering around you is kind of a showcase stage. Are you talking about like your power as a conquest paladin?
Yeah, I'm saying it to you now.
Cool.
Is Shadow dying in your shadow? Is what he's going for. That poor horse. So fucked.
Okay. So seeing that
It seems to be
Stain.
kind of seems kind of like it's pulling at the power, at the chance for like upgrades. It's like
Phone doesn't like that.
the strength, the power upgrade. You become more powerful. Ooh.
I think
Isn't that-
Vono
Isn't that all you
Seeing-
ever wanted?
Vono feeling that the core of himself, this necrotic, tainted, poisoned piece of his soul, doesn't reject and doesn't fear this light. A weight is a little bit lifted, not a weight of relief, but a weight of, then I can use this for temporal means, maybe, instead of larger. And I think Vono kneeling will say out loud in Draconic, from a young age, I knew the flame of Dragonfire, the power that it held. Once one sees such a thing, it is seared onto the soul. It would be an honor of more than a life to have that, what has been true in many, many years of my life. To feel that flame outside of just my own mind. Have a command of it, to touch it. To be that much closer to such a thing. It's a gift I gladly accept.
As the flames flicker and grow large around you, the angel beckons forward another divine servant, kind of flutters forward with a large black box, and they open it, and you can see these large dark vials protrude like up and out when they open the box. They reach forward and they pluck one, and she goes, "This will grant you that gift and forge a divine connection." She hands it to you. Take it and grow strong with us. Become more akin. And we will welcome you as a brother.
Vuno, taking this into his hands reverently, will unstop the cork and looking, he'll pause and look once back to the D squad, nod, and raise it to his lips and drink.
You
When
offer
you-
a nod in return.
When you tip that vial up, kind of nudge Lath and speak very, very softly, or an end of who you are, to reference our earlier conversation.
As the transformation begins to take hold of Uno, your horns begin to shift and change just a little bit, maintaining a bit of most of your current physique and form will adapt to the draconic presence, but you can feel whatever this is just course through the body. It just begins to warm and spread from the inside. What color of dragon scales do you begin to produce, Vuna?
I think at first it looks to be black in nature, kind of rising out from his already blackened mentor, the light kind of hair that covers his body. But in a moment of angelic fire kind of lighting it, you see that it is a deep, deep, deep blue, like midnight blue, the darkest of the ocean. But blue, nevertheless.
You watch as the fur along your arm begins to fade as it begins to morph into claw and scale. The flesh almost kind of dissolving in and ripping away as the flames lap up and just consume the falling sacrifice of your previous mortal vessel. As you become enhanced, your jaw extending downward, the teeth growing sharp, the physicality beginning to change. You feel your bones become reinforced through the draconic strength and power. You're filled with this insatiable burst of power that you feel just welling inside. And you feel it continuing to grow and swell up into your throat as you tilt your head back and produce a torrent of lightning into the air. letting out a primal roar. And as the strength begins to take hold, you see a creature, a row of knights about 10 or so begin to file out in immaculate platinum armor. No gauntlets. It's mostly like a half plate getup. Each of them carrying large weapons of different varieties. You've got long swords. They're carrying glaives, poleaxes, spears, bows, and other ranged weapons. As these knights begin to flood out, you can each see them an array of the color spectrum in which dragons occur. 5 more produce out of gem dragonborns, coming in further behind those. Each of them carrying staves and orbs and other arcane foci. As they wait for the transformation to finish, the flames die down and rise back up into that blade before they dissipate outwards. The archangel speaks out. A new brother is born on this day. Behold, and the Blue Knight places their weapon down. As they approach forward, they set it down in front of you. They take the cape off their back, this deep blue with the gilded edges of silver and platinum, as they drape it over you, just kind of like throwing it over your back. And they kind of reach out, take your hand, and as they raise you up, they hand you this silvered longsword, and you just kind of press into your grip. Welcome, brother. It is good to have you. Crowd goes fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Dragons rear back and flames, lightning, and bits of clouded ice pour into the sky. The black dragons and the green dragons are polite enough to not spew poison and acid all over everybody else, as those have gravity effects and those would come back down. They let out large roars. The batting of wings fills the sky. A torrent of dragon fire begins to change the landscape overhead. Weapons pound against the ground. They kind of look to the rest of your squad. Each of you will also be gifted immaculate rewards for satisfying the goddess. Akin to this, your leader has been granted station among us. Some of you already have this blessing through birthright. And they look to Lath and Riss, and they just look to both of you. While we cannot offer the gift of dedication and draconic bloodlines to you, the goddess, as they straight up just call Lath out in the middle of this crowd.
Yeah.
Just kind of point to you. The goddess would like to purge your curse from your blood.
Oh, shit!
Oh. Oh.
Riss just like being in this moment, like stuck, separated from everyone except for you, like looks at you. And there's like it's a you don't have to take that is kind of the look he gives you, but he's waiting on your answer.
Lath definitely looks set aback because there's a conflict of he never wanted this, but also it's kind of his whole point was to not be this. But didn't think it was going to come this quickly.
Just brought out to you on the platter, just like, hey, we could just fix that right up. You're like, whoa, this is really sudden.
And if he says no, are they going to be like, wow, you want to be a vampire? Wow, fucking try.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, you're in a bit of a moment here.
You see, I don't know if you're looking to anybody in this moment, but Vono's just watching you.
think he does kind of look at just kind of through everyone immediately near him, their reactions. I would like to be free of it, yes.
I think in the moment, Vodo, who's kind of clad in this cloak of blue, nothing more. His eyes are, he's not, no emotion. It's a different face, but it's those same cold dark eyes that are peeking from underneath the brow. I think watching, but in that maybe something's conveyed that you are still part of the D Squad. He's your captain.
My captain. Sorry.
And that he'll look after you, whatever you decide.
I'll just kind of put that silent. Like, I've always wanted to be rid of it. And there's no point in saying no here.
They bring forward a strange octagonal gem, just kind of sharp on all the edges. She brings it forward and she produces a hand to you, the Archangel beckoning you forward. Come, child. Let us see you purged of this affliction and set you on the path of purity and vengeance against those who did this to you.
His nose wrinkles at purity, but settles back down at vengeance.
Look, man, they want to purge vampires, and it's a problem to be fixed.
We will approach.
As they bring you forward, and you kneel before, and they take the gem, and you see a burst of holy light from it. And they go, "This may cause some unpleasantness, but we will extract it, and you will not die."
Hope not.
As they place the gem to your forehead, you feel something in your soul being just like something has grabbed onto your soul and is pulling. As you feel the essence, your blood feels like it's boiling and on fire. As just from the fringes of your body, the whole of this essence is pulled part of you. Everything's being separated neatly into categories of vampiric power and base racial ability, what defines you as this being and creature of the night, this modification to your blood and your body and your essence is shifted and peeled away. You all watch as this dark, shadowy red begins to fill the gem until the whole thing encapsulates and fills this container as they pull it away and they hold it aloft as a combination of research and study and go, they call out to the crowd, "Those afflicted can be cured and be brought back into the light." We now have even more knowledge and power, and we can save many more. As they do probably like a small retinue of angels produces, like, shows the oncoming crowd, they open crates and boxes of these gems. And they go, "We have discovered new tools to help purge the illness from the people. We no longer..." What the hell are you doing, dog? Brody just crawled onto my desk and decided he was gonna try and lay down on my fucking keyboard. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I'm also being assaulted by a dog that is nervous of fireworks.
Oh, tiny boy. Mine's deaf, thankfully. So it's Artivar. Sorry. This is my boy. Sorry. What the fuck are you doing? They hold it aloft, and she takes the gem, and a silver corded chain wrapped in a dark leather braid is produced forward. And as they take it, they set it into the thing, and you watch with their bare hands a eruption of holy flame as they reset it into it. And they produce for you a pendant.
Take it.
They go. As a reminder for why you continue to fight. Bring whoever turned you to their desired fate.
Just kind of chuckle, obviously still kind of just in a, maybe not any more physical, but just pain of confusion and separation of what he's known himself to be for these past while. Kind of hold it close. Wait for his cue to stand.
As they give to you, they send you back into your crowd and line. We will leave you. We will leave the rest of you with your gifts and divine connection to be fulfilled over the following days as you rest from your long travel. The assembled graciously thank you, and know that you have earned the goddess's favor once more. And as she says this, she extends her wings, and a blast of divine fire as she becomes almost a column of flame and ascends into the sky. You watch a handful of others do the same. Just angels basically ignite into fire and just ascend as columns into the sky. Other beings spread their wings and begin to take flight, spiraling up into this hole in the heavens above, retreating back into the divine plane. All those who approached here on foot are left to mill about and disperse as the book is ascended in to the divine plane. And you are all left with your various changes.
Yeah, wow.
That's just sort of frozen, staring at the pendant still.
Vono's just naked in a cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would say, Vuno, welcome, newfound brother.
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 As the assembled crowds begin to disperse and depart, the angels leave. You guys can all see as like all the important figures leave and disperse. You guys watch as Grim just
Beer gut back.
yeah, basically. Someone bring me my lab coat and my fucking sweatpants. I'm not.
And some cocaine.
Some cocaine. Oy. You just gotta like.
Riss immediately just closes the distance and comes to laugh. Are you okay?
I don't have an answer for that yet.
Hey, you all.
I think I did something to my voice.
Dear God, no.
Oh.
As you all kind of stand milling about in your stupid state, all of the figures disparting, you hear just like a soft clapping sound from on high. Like, that was an impressive show. I'm impressed. Thank you, both of you, for crossing 2 more off of my bucket list. You've all been a great help. And as you look up, standing on the edge of the fort is a human figure in a jacket made of crow feathers. They give an elaborate bow. And go, it's not often I get to see world-changing events going on so often, and you are all showing to be quite a good show for that. And I can never truly express my gratefulness for giving me more than one visual opportunity in one day. Can I buy you all a round of drinks? And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Fucking Nate.
Damn.
This mysterious motorcyclist. I was about to say, I was about to look to my guards to be like, do we not shoot people on our walls uninvited? Like,
I mean,
He wasn't standing there a second, though.
I mean,
True.
he was.
He was. They
Because I heard it. Nobody else caught it.
You buy me around.
Like, yeah,
and you
there's
get
dragons
let
on
me
the
ride your
walls
bike.
and a little bird.
and a small bird.
Oh, I was thinking like a celestial bird, like Ith was watching.
No.
Technically a celestial bird. Technically
Technically, it is a celestial.
Technically,
bird.
he does qualify. But yeah, that is where we're going to end tonight. So we will get to our little post wrap up scene. But thank you in the audience for joining us this evening, and look for some noticeable shakeups in the fucking future as people keep finding shit that I bury under deep checks and motherfuckers keep making.
what the actual fuck? Well, that's just a normal. What was it going to be? Normal travel.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a normal fucking travel day of bookkeeping
Travel
and
loot
fucking
day?
about. Yeah, it's a fucking.
Yeah,
Totally
that's it.
And then
Yeah.
we find one of the
Included all
biggest
that.
fucking.
Like 3 years later, they find the book and they're like, "Y'all are fucking stupid. You missed it."
God, there would have been ancient ruins long abandoned that nothing was thought to have been buried here. Something else
No,
must
I
have
didn't-
occurred.
I didn't have becoming a hat jacket on my bucket list, so or checklist today. So that's wild.
Yeah.
Or I will unpack it in a minute, I guess, secretly
Yeah.
while people aren't watching TV.
But,
Alright, cool.
Yeah, so we will send it on over to this, and thank you all for watching. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.